All right, welcome back to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. I am Jason Green, and this is our fourth annual Christmas special. Can you believe it? When I was a young man growing up, I loved to watch Christmas specials. I loved to see sometimes how ridiculous they were. The Osmond family, the whole family was coming in and riding on the snowmobile and skiing and sledding and reproducing. They like to do that. And then I watched as I got older. I started to appreciate the old Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra Christmas specials, and all my life I just wanted my own Christmas special. And now, through the miracle of the internet and modern technology, I've got my own Christmas special. And we've done this every year now for this will be the fourth year, as I've said. And every year we've had some very special guests stop by, surprise guests, if you will. And this year is no exception. We are going to have the happiest Christmas ever. I think you'll be surprised at some of the people. We're going to see some new faces, some old faces, and we're going to have a lot of fun chatting about the most wonderful time of year. And it all starts right after this. Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. Nobody out there to waste time with you. All right, nobody I'd rather waste time with on this beautiful Christmas Eve than you. Today is December 22nd, 2024. As I was talking about those old Christmas specials, they always had their family on it. Family is a big part of Christmas. I'm fortunate that my parents are both living, and I thought, what better way to kick the show off than with my mother? So, due to the miracle of technology, we are going to get my mother on the phone right now to wish you all a Merry Christmas. It's probably my mother's fault that I have such a love for the holidays. Have we dialed yet? That's how we have to do things. We have to give obvious cues. All right, let's see if my mother will answer the phone. Might be laying low, hiding out. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, son.
How are you?
Okay, I love your Christmas tree.
Oh, thank you. It's 9.5 feet tall.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We never had that big.
No, not that big back in the day, but
colorful.
As I get older, I want to do things bigger and larger and more ridiculous. That's kind of, I think, part of growing up.
Yeah, well, it brings back memories.
Mm-hmm.
Good memories. We have a lot of good memories.
Yeah, a lot of good memories around the holidays and Christmas and watching those Christmas specials and decorating the tree and going to movies.
Listening to Christmas music in front of the tree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And traditions that I've kept now in my own adult life. I hate to say adult because I still act like I'm much younger, as do you.
No, I'm sometimes I'm not sure how old I am.
Mm-hmm. Better that way, yeah. We can both shave a few years off our age. No one needs to know.
That's right. But it's a beautiful tree. I love to see it.
Yeah, well, we'll show more of it later. But I'm glad that you were able to kick this off for the second year. You were here last year to get things rolling, and I was fortunate to see you in New York.
Oh,
and
very fortunate. It was a long time, and I loved seeing Michelle too.
Yeah, she doesn't need as much attention as me, but yes, she's lovely. And anyway, it was great, Mom. And how are you feeling?
I'm doing better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think in January I'll have it, all sorted out.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, some of the audience.
Things arranged.
Some of the audience were a little concerned because I said on my last trip, you weren't able to do as much, but we were able to see each other, and that's really all that matters.
It really did, and we got a picture together. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was as close to home for the holidays. I've been on tour now for 3 years at least, and it was hard to get home, so I was fortunate that we saw each other, and maybe next year we'll see a lot more of each other.
Oh, and Hanukkah is also coming up the same day as Christmas.
Yes, and I know how much you love to observe Hanukkah. When I was a kid, I've told the story. You thought it'd be nice to. You were raised Christian, right?
Yes.
Your family is from Germany. My father is Jewish, but he doesn't really practice per se. And so, but you thought we should light a menorah every year to teach the values. So I should know a little bit about heritage. And then you would say, "Oh, we got to go pick up the laundry. Let's just blow these stupid candles out and light them back when we come back," which sort of goes against the entire meaning of Hanukkah. But you tried.
I had no idea.
You were trying.
Blow them out,
Well, you were trying, and you taught me.
Burn the house down.
No, that was a good lesson, not to burn the house down. But you also taught me the ever important lesson that we should be thankful and celebrate the birth of Santa Claus, and we did, and still continue to do that every Christmas, right, Mom?
That's your interpretation. So everyone has their own interpretation. I think Oz is going to have his own.
Yeah. Well, Jesus Christ, would you look at the time? But yes, Oz will. Well, I don't know if Oz is going to be here. This is a surprise show. So we're going to find out. I think some of your favorites, some of you, the cast of characters that you've grown to know and watch on the show. Anyway, I'm sure everyone in the chat is saying Merry Christmas, and we are.
Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to everyone.
Yes, my mother is wishing you all a Happy Hanukkah and a Merry Christmas. And Mom, I'll talk to you later, but sit back and enjoy the show, okay?
Okay, sweetheart, I love you.
I love you too, Mom. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, well, there it was, my mother, live via the radio or the television. Okay, and when looking at some of the comments, we got a lot. This show, I'm going to try to get to as many as we can. Now, we're supposed to be going live via satellite to New York City, but that person is late. This is the Christmas specials. Anything can happen. Bill Shapiro, first one here. Merry Christmas. Clint, wishing a Merry Christmas to everyone. Clint also saying, let's waste some time tonight. Hey, ho, let's go Merry Christmas. And everyone just with the positive Christmas cheer. I want to say that I know that Christmas can be a hard time for some people. A lot of people have had hard times, hard memories. Christmas is not always the happiest for everyone, as I wish it would be. I've had some hard times at the holidays too. It's one of the reasons that I like to do this show, because we can all escape together and have a nice time. And Christmas is what you make it. Life is sort of what you make it too. But we are celebrating the holiday, the end of the year. It's a mark in time, reminding us of all the things that we did this year and how lucky we are to be here. That's really the truth. There's a lot of times when people didn't want to be here, maybe myself included at times. But you know what? I'm so grateful for my friends and my family and loved ones, and for all of you who have supported me on this show. And hard to believe, 4 years we've done this. And again, I'm just so happy to share this with you every year. And I hope it's a tradition that will continue for quite some time to come. And as I said, I was influenced by the old Christmas specials. I wish I could do musical numbers for you, but due to copyright, I'm not sure that's going to happen. Although I am warmed up just in case, and we'll see who shows up. That's the thing. There's a lot of people who may or may not join us. You know, what's funny is we've done this 4 years, and usually there's so many people coming in and out, I can't keep up. So I didn't prepare anything else because I just assumed everyone would be here. But they're not yet, but they will be in time. So I've had the craziest Christmas season I've ever had in my life, starting right before my birthday. My birthday was November 23rd. I went to Disney World for a week. And I celebrated there. It was strange celebrating my birthday and Christmas before even celebrating Thanksgiving, and then rolled right into celebrated Christmas in Chicago, celebrated Christmas in New York City, celebrated a Christmas just coast to coast, other places too, Oklahoma, and we just really had such a great time. And I'm trying to put up so many of your comments while I can, and we're going to get busy in chat and visits from friends. But like I said, this has been the busiest. And thank you, Frank, so much for the first super chat. Merry Christmas. I appreciate that. I should mention before we get too carried away that tonight's show is brought to you by my balls. And you can still buy these. And we have a special right now. Link is in the chat, in the description. It'll be in the chat too. But if you didn't get the Waste Some Time with Jason Green Christmas ornament yet, there's a few left. I thought we would be sold out. There's still a couple. I can sign these for you. I'll sign them right here on the show. I have my ball signing pen in a beautiful shade of green, Jason Green. And you can get this. It's 20% off today also. Also T-shirts. There's and Christmas CDs that I produced. All kinds of fun stuff. If you feel like it, if you want some fun stuff and you want to get 20% off, now is the time to do that. Link in the description below. Okay, who will be the first to knock on Jason's door? It's a great question. Who is going to knock on the door? And Jim, you make a good point. It's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year round. Well, who will be the first to knock? We'll find out. And yes, my balls are available for you. I'd rather celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving, skip Thanksgiving. I'm with you. I go Halloween to Christmas. Thanksgiving is now a part of the Christmas celebration, but it doesn't really need its own anymore. That's just me. When I go into office, I will do that. I will pass that. Oh, what do you know? There is the link to the Shopify, and you can get some stuff. You are selling your balls. Justin, I am selling my balls for you. And on this Christmas, if you'd like to give back. I also want to say, yes, Spirit Medium Daniel, 20% off my balls with the code Christmas. We forgot to mention. Oh my goodness. Don't buy it without using the code. I want to pass the savings on to you. Christmas. There it is, 20% off code for you. Oh, here, look at Sean. Sean, you've always been such a generous person and fan of the show. Sean, the super chat. Merry Christmas to you and your family, Jason. It's been rough the last few months for me with my health, but I'm trying to stay positive and hope that doctors can figure things out. Your content has been helping me tremendously. Thanks, as always. Sean, and that's what it's all about. It's all about getting through some tough times together. And when we do this show, entertaining people. That's what it's about. Maybe not thinking. My health's been hard at times as well, and as many of us. And so, and a lot of the audience, wishing you luck and prayers and all the things that you want to hear. We've become a family here. How many of you have been here since the very first episode? How many were subscribers when I only had 1, 10, 100? Now over 20,000. I'm grateful. When I started this show pre-pandemic, I wanted to entertain people, and I thought that I was good at interviewing. I thought I was good at paying attention to people, letting them tell their stories. I don't aim to have the most famous guests in the world. I aim to have people that I think have a story to tell. And so Dr. Paul Shortino, he's been here for probably since the beginning. Dr. Paul, I thank you, and it's good to see you on the Christmas special. Happy Xmas to you as well. Troy, Merry Christmas from Jacksonville, Florida. I'm here for the whole show, excited. This is the Christmas party. This is the first time I've ever done this show on a Sunday. Sunday is the Lord's Day. Usually on the seventh day, I rest. But did you guys hear a knock at the door? I swear I heard a knock at the door. I think there's somebody here. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one person besides myself who's been at every Christmas show. Please welcome from Stryper, Oz Fox. Hi, Oz.
How's it going there, Jason?
Good.
Long
Merry
time no see.
Yes, long time no see. Merry Christmas, Oz.
Merry Christmas.
I'm so happy that you can be here. The last time we saw you, you were getting ready for surgery,
Yes,
another surgery. You've been through a few, and everyone was concerned, and we all went out and we bought our OzFox T-shirts to help out.
it was
Uh,
very nice. Thank you very much.
yeah, and you make so many people happy, Oz, because there's a lot of people in the chat talking about dealing with health issues,
Yes.
and the holidays are hard sometimes, being away from family or whatever it is, and you bring a smile to people's face, especially with your positivity, Oz.
Well, I appreciate that, and you got to be positive, right? It's a real negative world these days, so
Mhm.
I'm doing my best to just keep my mind occupied and focused on positive and positivity.
How is your health?
Well, I'm actually still kind of in recovery. I don't know if you've heard any news lately. We haven't talked in a while, but I went on tour for a couple of months
Mhm.
with Stryper between I want to say it was between July and November, and there was it was quite a challenge, but I got through it, and we're back. We're home, and we're off for a little while, and I'm just kind of relaxing and spending time with my wife, and we're going to go out and see some family soon here, and you know, just kind of trying to take in the holidays and having a good time with it.
A lot of people, Oz, lining up to wish you a Merry Christmas, and so happy to see you. We Oz, I panic every time. Well, I shouldn't panic. I have faith in you and your faith, Oz, because we've been through this a few times together. When Sin City Sinners, it's a long time. The first time you found out you had this health condition, and I've been there to root you through, and you've come on the show to tell people what's happening in your life, and sometimes ease people's minds, and it's so great. As I said already, it's so great to see you fighting.
Yes, yes. Well, I mean, doggone. I mean, actually, we found out that I had these issues going on at a show where I actually had a seizure with the Sin City Sinners.
Yeah,
So you were right there.
the seizure that ultimately may have saved your life, though, because you were going to be on a plane the next day overseas, a long international flight. Had you had that seizure on a plane, maybe we wouldn't be talking right now.
Well, yeah, that or I would have been stuck in Australia for a long, long time, which I don't know what would have happened at that point. You know, that certainly was not in the cards, let's say, so to say, because if I had been somewhere else other than on stage with the Sinners here in Vegas, we don't know what the outcome would be, really. So either way,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been real nice, if I wasn't there. And
Yeah, well, things are going the way you just keep fighting back, as I said. Yeah, and
yes,
your faith it seems to guide you through these really tough situations. And again, I'm just so happy it's another Christmas, and here we are chatting again.
my gosh, and that was back in 2018.
Wow,
So how many years is that between now and then? Uh,
7, 6.
yeah, six years ago, and
Mhm.
I'm still standing and going out on tour and recording and whatever, And here we are, another Christmas, which I'm, kind of missing the jams at Christmas for the toy drive. I wish, those were fun.
I have to figure out how to do it again. We did so many of those great Toys for Tots. The Hard Rock, when it was the Hard Rock, was nice enough to give me that space
Yes.
and to let us do Toys for Tots. I still do it virtually. We raised a lot of money this year, and we brought a lot of toys to the Marines. But it sure would be fun to do it again. And I think in time we will. When the whole world shut down, we all had to find other ways to do things that we were accustomed to doing, and this show being virtual was the best shot I had at giving people a little Christmas.
And you've been very successful the show, which is really awesome. A lot of people following you. So
Well, thank you, Oz. And you were one of the people who came on when there were no subscribers. It's not as hard when people have something to promote and you've got a big audience. But
yeah,
as a true friend that you are, you came on and really were there to help build this. And I'm so happy that we keep sharing this tradition. What do you got planned for Christmas this year?
well, okay, so it looks like we're going to be obviously here in Vegas, actually Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and so Annie and I will probably have a nice Christmas dinner somewhere, and not really. We're both Annie and I have been dealing with my wife Annie some health issues, so it's probably best that we stay low key these days and take it easy and just kind of recover, in our own time. But we are going to be traveling to see her family in Wisconsin. Right, the day after Christmas is when we're going. So both her parents are now they've passed on, and so we have her brothers and her cousins that live there, and we're going to go visit with them.
Nice.
See them, which would be good for her, so she could connect with family and whatnot. And then after that, when we get back, I have to go to Southern California, try to get a trip out there because I have a new granddaughter that my oldest daughter Leah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, and she had her on November 9th, November 9th is my dad's birthday, which was nice to call him up with a birthday surprise of having a new great granddaughter. So that was so I have to make a trip at least to go see the baby and visit with my daughter and her other kids. I want to go visit my dad who lives in Redding, California, and also visit with my mom who lives in Southern California. So that'll be the same trip as visiting my my new granddaughter. They live there, and my mom and my sister live there in Southern California.
It's great. You're making new memories. Sometimes we don't realize that we're living in such great times when we were younger and celebrating holidays and family. You get older and you realize that some of those were the best times of our lives. And it's great that we can still continue some of those traditions and seeing people that you love. You got to hold them close.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, have you seen your mom lately?
My mom was just on before you.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it was just on, and I was fortunate to get back to New York and see my mom. She's been having some health issues, but I'm fortunate that she's hanging in there. My parents are with us, and so yeah. Well, thank you. I was fortunate. I was home for the holidays for the first time in a long time.
That's great. That's really awesome. Well, give her my best next time you talk to her.
I will for sure. I'm sure she's watching. My mother is a big Oz Fox fan.
Yes.
A big.
I got to meet her
at one of the Christmas benefits. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
As JC says, I don't think this is the JC, it's a JC, but every day is a blessing, and that is the truth.
Yes.
We should be thankful, even on the bad days, because there's people who have it worse and never know what's happening.
Well, speaking of bad, what's going on with Johnny Monaco? I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Well, he could show up at this Christmas special. He has an invite. Whether or not he uses his invite, I don't know. But I have a feeling we might see him. Oz, maybe, just maybe, when we have the time, the three of us need to get together and have a nice lunch or breakfast.
We need to do that soon. Because, obviously I'm going to be out of town for right after Christmas. But when I get back, I'll keep in touch, and let's see if we can get the old trio together to go get some crab legs and whatever.
Yeah, no, I think it would be nice. And, people see in the videos us doing things on the road and stuff. I wish we got to do more shows with you guys. Maybe in the upcoming year. We will. I'm so glad that there's no quit in you, Oz. There's always more to come.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if I'm still here, then I guess I've got more to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
As well as you.
Yeah. But it's so great, Oz. A lot of years of friendship, and I'm always happy to see you. Always happy to see you here. And as I've said, you bring a lot of positivity to people, and sometimes people who need it. I mean, we touched on it briefly, but Oz, you've had a few brain surgeries. I mean,
Yes. Yeah.
that's
I had my third brain surgery this year in May. And this is where they found some regrowth in the same cavity where the old one was taken out. The old brain tumor was taken out. And that thankfully, when I had that surgery done, went to the same surgeon, UCLA. It turned out that there was no growth that had attached to my brain at all. So that was really great to find that out. And the only thing they were concerned about was when the regrowth happened, it happened with the cells that were remaining in that cavity where the old one was. So they decided to do radiation treatments on me in that spot and also give me some chemotherapy pill form. So I'm still doing that regimen of pill form chemotherapy, which I'll be doing that for the next like 11 months or so, or 10 months, depending on how long they want to go. But it's like a 5 day in a row dose of pills, and then after that, in 28-day period time, I'm off until the 28 days is up. Then I started another 5 days. So that's kind of the regimen right now. So pill form doesn't affect me like somebody going to get intravenous type of chemo. It's if you do it the right way, there's really hardly any side effects from it. And
that's great.
So I'm just gonna swing with that. We'll see in 11 months what my doctors say. They say I look great. I'm gonna do MRIs every 3 months, and so far all the MRIs show that I'm still clear. So that's great news.
Yeah, absolutely. Skylar says the world needs more grateful and optimistic people like Oz. A lot of people agreeing, as do I. Oz, the first year you came on, you played Feliz Navidad. The second year you played Donde Está Santa Claus?
Yes.
Did you prepare something today, or are we just going to chat?
Yeah, no, I did not prepare anything.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Just having you here is good enough.
Well, I will try to prepare myself, again for another event like this. Unfortunately, with all of the health issues that my wife and I have both had in recent times, she just got out of the hospital herself a few weeks ago, and I just haven't had time to really do much of anything. I haven't even turned on any of my recording equipment lately, but just taking it easy and helping my wife, and we've been just kind of cooling it through the holidays, so
Yeah,
at
we'll
this
give my best. Give my best to Annie as well, and I'm hoping that she starts to do better as well. So,
thank you. I appreciate that for sure.
Oz, I love you. It's a pleasure to see you as always.
Yes, I'm so glad I got to come on and say hello, and tell Johnny that we got to get this connection going for a lunch or something.
Yeah, I will. Well, hopefully we'll see him in a little bit, and I will let him know. Oz, Merry Christmas to you and yours, and I'll see you again.
Okay, Merry Christmas to everybody. Take care, y'all.
Oz Fox, what a great person, and really, what you see is what you get with Oz. A loyal friend too. I can say that. Not just for coming to Christmas events and Toys for Tots, all the things that he's done for me and with me, but he has been a loyal friend, and I'm so glad that he was able to stop in and say hello. And I'm hoping that he'll enjoy his Christmas. Matthew asked me, "Have you seen the few rumored deleted scenes from Christmas Vacation? Supposedly one scene in the Christmas tree lot with a salesman that looks like a ball." Yes, the original Christmas Vacation script, I have one, indicates that in the very first scene when they go looking for the Griswold family Christmas tree, you see the car go up and it passes a sign that says tree lot. in the movie, there's a guy who runs the tree lot. I forgot his name. It's like something Jerry, and he tries to charge Clark, and he says that you have to bring your own saw. And Clark says, "Well, I don't have a saw." And he says, "The sign says, bring your own damn saw." And he points to a sign that says, "Bring your own damn sign." And there's old VHS copies of Christmas Vacation that have the picture of him with the tree salesman. But anyway, I'm so glad we got to talk to Oz. And I think that there's a knock on the door. I think. Well, I think somebody's here. Well, who could it be? Look who's here. Comedian, actor, Craig Gass. Craig, so nice to see you.
Jason, it's Christopher Walken. I came to give you the greatest Christmas joke of all time. What route do crazy people take in the forest?
What route do crazy people take in the forest?
The psychopath. Pow! That's a great joke. You can tell your kids.
Nice. Craig Gass is here. Craig and I ran into each other at Sally Steele's Christmas party. And once Craig and I start talking, we can't stop. We closed out the party. We had a fake leaving because we had to get out of there, which we were taking up too much space. So I used the old I gotta go, and Craig's got me parked in, and we got out. But it was a nice time.
And then you helped me get out too.
Well, that's right. It was a all purpose. People asking, "Where's Al Pacino's baby?" So we have a hardcore Craig Gass audience. They really know their stuff.
That's hilarious. That Al Pacino baby is going to come back because he just had a baby, and he's like 80. He's like 8,700 years old now, and he just had a baby with a 30-year-old. So we've been pitching ideas about bringing back Al Pacino's baby to the Stern Show, and the whole premise of it was this silly thing where when Al Pacino had a baby 20 years ago, I thought, how funny would it be to talk to the baby, and the baby sounds just like Al Pacino. So it was Howard saying, "Man, you're Al Pacino's baby. What do you like to do for fun?"
I like to pee. I like to play with my cock-a-doodle poopy.
It was just bizarre. It didn't make any sense, but Howard liked it, so that's all that mattered.
The audience is quoting along with you. They know the.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. For those of you who may not be familiar with Craig Gass, maybe you've been under a rock. I discovered Craig you through the Howard Stern Show, like a lot of people, with the voices that you did. You did a fresh take of impressions, not things that everybody did. I saw Rich Little here in Vegas. 7 people passed away during the show. It was so ancient and boring. And but he's a legend. But he's like, all right, I'm going to break out a new impression tonight. Here's Truman. That kind of stuff.
Same experience. I saw him and he did Reagan, and I was like, God damn, that's a good Reagan. But I wonder how many people here under 60 are going, what's going on?
And when I went, he turned it into a political thing and went into but he was like, his politics were, Cold War era. It was crazy.
Yeah, I remember. And by the way, sorry to interrupt you, but he did this thing where he's doing these impressions, and he started inserting his political beliefs. And at one point, he's doing Reagan, and he goes, "Yeah, but fuck the homeless." And I was like, "What?" Like, it was like, what the fuck? Like, it was jarring that he would throw in political thoughts in the middle. But yeah, Rich is not giving a shit anymore.
He's cutting. He was cutting edge. Yeah. Rock and Roger remembers Craig from The King of Queens, another great appearances. Yeah, and then I remember Sex and the City also. You had some funny stuff on there. But again, I discovered you through the impressions, as I think a lot of people in my rock audience did. And once we start talking, I can't not ask you to, whoever's around, hey, come over here. You got to hear this one. I'm sure people do that to you constantly. I want to, before we get into it, because we were going to find out what some of our favorite musicians wanted or how they're celebrating Christmas. Before we get into it, I want to point out the thing that I found most fascinating about your life is that your parents are deaf, and that your
whole family.
Yeah, siblings too, right?
Yeah, I have a sister who's deaf as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was interesting that had a big factor in your impressions, right? Learning how to do.
Yeah, because I couldn't learn how to talk from my family. I learned how to talk by watching TV, and I'd copy all the voices I heard on TV. And that's why I always had the knack for it. And I grew up in a neighborhood outside of the Bronx called Mount Vernon. I'm sure, Jason, you know where Mount Vernon is. It's like I grew up 10 miles from Yankee Stadium. Everyone had a really thick accent. I never got that accent. I just, you know, and I would always say, and it's true, everyone in my neighborhood sounds like Tracy Morgan.
Everybody in the Bronx talk like this, whether you black or white, male or female.
That's crazy. Like everybody sounded like that. But I was always picking up accents, anything I heard on TV. I would mimic what I heard on TV. And then fast forward all these years later and doing cartoons like Family Guy and American Dad, or now more recently with Howard, working with Howard again. He gives me homework assignments and says, hey, can you do this voice? Can you do this voice? And I'll work on the voice. And it's usually pretty easy if it's weird. Like your voice is very normal. All I can do with Jason is welcome to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. I'm Jason Green. And then there's variations of it. My favorite of which is when Steven is in the next hotel room and you go, welcome to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. I'm Jason Green. Steven is in the next room, so I can't be too loud. That's my favorite.
My tour is a lot like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. Truly the most entertaining Waste Some Time with Jason Green episode. I think I've seen 2 of them where Steven's in the next room and you got to be quiet. And you're not trying to be funny, but God damn, you're hilarious in that moment.
Yeah, thank you. There was one time that he was in the room next to us and he might have been arguing. And it was so loud, it was coming through my shower vent. And that night at 3:30 in the morning, we were a little stir crazy. And Johnny liked to play this song called the Shaving Cream song. It was this really old fashioned barbershop song from like the 20s. And it just kept making us laugh. And we decided that we were going to put the phone in the vent to his room at 4 in the morning and play the Shaving Cream song. And we were laughing like school kids just because, you know, you're bored and there's nothing to do. And but I edited it into the video where we didn't say whose room it was, but I'm okay with revealing now whose it was. I don't think he's watching.
Yeah, I saw that episode, and I remember you saying that and going like, "Well, it's got to be. I mean, it has to be, right? Like, that's who else could it be? It's got to be." Yeah. It's pretty entertaining. I'm always curious, like now that I have you here, that I can ask you a question. When you do these, have you ever had to go back and how often do your interviews result in a follow-up phone call where someone says, hey, can you take that out, that thing that I said?
It's a great question. It's not terrible. You know, maybe out of 200 interviews, it's happened 10 times. I think I've tried to be respectful of people and tell people that I'm not looking for a sensational thing. And the more likely is what happens is I tell people, I think I should cut that out. I asked Eddie Ojeda about Twisted Sister, and there's a record called Love is for Suckers. And the truth is that Reb Beach played the majority of the guitar on the record, if not all of it. When I told that to Eddie Ojeda, he got mad and he said, it's not true. He said, maybe JJ didn't play, but I'm on there. And he said, Reb is in one ear and I'm in the other ear. And I've talked to Reb about it. He believes that he played almost everything. JJ French said to Reb, I listened to that record and I think you played that guitar. You know, well, no kidding. And so he said, you know, Bo Hill is and he dropped the F word, but not the one that you're thinking of. And
wow.
And a word that in this day and age, you know, you
doesn't
get
age
trouble.
well. Yeah.
And he didn't use it in that to be that kind of derogatory. He's a New Yorker. He's talking. And I said, I think we got to bleep that out. So I did. So things like that. I've never wanted to. My goal wasn't to hurt people. It's to promote and let them talk. And so, yeah, not so often do I have to do it. But yeah, sometimes people say, what do you think? I shouldn't have said this.
Another question. How often have you ever had doing an interview with somebody where somebody is saying something you know they should not be saying? It's not good for them to be saying it out loud. And you're just thinking, this is going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait for people to see this.
It's happened, yeah. I can usually tell you what the blabbermouth headline is going to be before it happens. When Carlos Cavazzo said, I said, "What do you think of a band called Choir Eye with no members of Choir Eye?" And he said, "It's stupid. I heard a slot machine go off." I was like, "This is it." And the channel got monetized, and I don't know if I'd be here without that one little quote. But yeah, there's other ones when someone digs deep. Mark Bowles, who was at Sally's party, he did an art. He just slammed Yngwie Malmsteen every which way but loose. I doubt he bought the Yngwie vitamins, but Yngwie sells vitamins.
I didn't know that.
Well, I'm going to do a whole show about it, but he slammed him, and I knew it, but he didn't care if it was out there. But I knew it was a blabbermouth headline. The only blabbermouth headline I didn't see coming was Jeff Pilson says yoga is very beneficial for your health. He said so much great stuff, and that's where they made it.
Can I tell you my favorite Yngwie story? There's a lot of amazing Yngwie stories, and I probably shouldn't say the story. It's but
we'll edit it out if you want.
I'll call you after this and go, "Hey, can you go back in the Christmas show and edit this out?" Friend of mine who was in the middle of a really disoriented. It was just a very messy tour that he was miserable on. He does merch for a bunch of tours, and I asked him, "Is this the worst tour you've ever been on?" And he said, "Probably not." And I said, "Have you ever been on a tour where you just said, I don't care what it takes, I just want to go home. I can't even handle this anymore?" And he goes, "Yeah, Yngwie Malmsteen." And he described several reasons why working with Yngwie was a nightmare. He's really cheap. Like there was a story about like seeing 3 granola bars on the table in the lounge of the bus and grabbing one of the granola bars and just walking in the venue, just eating the granola bar. And Yngwie's wife, who was his tour manager, walks out and goes, "Where'd you get the granola bar?" And he goes, "Oh, it's in the bus. There's still 2 more if you want to get them." Yeah, you just go up. Like he has no idea that he's hanging himself. And someone pulls him aside and goes, "Hey, buddy, you can't eat granola bars." And he goes, "It was on the bus." Like, yeah, anything that's on the bus belongs to Yngwie. It was just a granola bar. Yeah, you can't touch anything on the bus. You can't eat any of the food on the bus. He's like, "But I don't." There was a lot of stories about how cheap he was, but my favorite story was that my buddy early in the tour is talking to Yngwie's guitar tech, and Yngwie's guitar tech is trying to get to know him, and he says, "So you live in Vegas then, right?" And he goes, "Well, no, I'm from Vegas, but I live in Phoenix now." And the guitar tech goes, "Yeah, and okay. So, and you live by yourself, right?" And he goes, "No, I mean, I live with my wife. We have a kid. I mean," and the guitar tech goes, You're married?" He goes, "Yeah, what? Why?" "I thought you were gay." And he goes, "Why'd you think I was gay?" And he goes, "Yngwie's been telling everyone you're a homosexual." And he goes, "What?" And the guitar tech goes, "Yeah, but I do have to tell you, he's being really cool about it." Because on the first day of the tour, he goes, "Remember the first venue we were at and you were getting all the merch organized on the other side of the venue?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "We were doing sound check." And Yngwie goes, "Hey." And he gathers everybody together on the stage and he goes, "Come here." He goes, and I won't say the word that he used.
Right.
But he said, "No gay jokes," because and they all look over to the other side of the venue, and my buddy is just hanging the shirts up, like. And the only thing I could think of that would have made Yngwie think that my friend was gay is at that time my buddy was sporting a handlebar mustache for like a year, and that's the only thing I can think of that would have made. But that story made me laugh so hard that it upset my friend when he was telling me the story. I'm like, "Dude, that's hilarious." He goes, "Dude, this guy's dick." And I was like, "That's hilarious. He's like completely out of touch." I think that's hilarious.
I've got a guest coming in just a minute who is going to, he's been taking the Yngwie vitamins. And we're going to see him in just a minute. But Craig, before we get to that, I want to go to Miguel, who's in New York City right now.
Miguel,
how's it going over there? Can you hear us?
Hello, happy Merry Christmas and a Jolly New Year.
That looks like Times Square.
It is. It is. I figure we start off in Times Square and work our way to Rockefeller Center.
All right. Well, that sounds good. We're going to keep checking in with you as you make the pilgrimage. Have you seen any muggers or migrants?
Not yet, but I did see the wheel of Ezekiel with 3 drones flying overhead. You know.
Yes. Well, you are under drone attack. I know that. Yeah, you have to be very careful out there. Don't shoot them down, though. Miguel, we're going to follow you. We're going to keep you up. We're going to follow on the walk, and Craig is going to tell me what some of our favorite rock stars are going to do for Christmas. So we're going to follow you, Miguel. Just stay on there.
All right, great. Okay, see you later, Greg.
See you in a bit. He calls everybody named Greg, even if your name is Craig, it doesn't matter.
I get that all the time. I would like to take a quick guess though about when you said there have been moments when people have said things that you thought, oh, that's not good for you, but it's going to be good for me in my show. Can I guess, was one of them related to the band Autograph? Did you have a moment during any conversations about Autograph where you thought, oh, this is going to be great?
Yes, even the fake Autograph members.
Yes,
they were great. But the problem was, I thought it was all going to come up in court. Everything that they said seemed very libel, and I think maybe some of it did. But I couldn't
believe that one of the new members of Autograph, who was not an original member, came on your show because it was important for them to go on camera and share their argument, which was essentially, come on, man. You know, I mean, come on. That was his whole argument. No, it's like, what the fuck?
Craig, that might have been one of the interviews where I knew going into it that he was going to say stupid shit, and it was only going to make it was only going to be for interesting blabbermouth fodder, which it was.
Breathtaking.
Well, Craig, okay, so I've got people at the door. I'm going to bring them in just a minute. Everyone will be happy to see this person. I haven't seen him in a while. But Craig, tell me, what is Gene Simmons doing for Christmas?
Here's the great thing. If you want to know what I'm doing for the holidays, right now, there's only a few days left until Hanukkah. And you know what that means. Right now, Paul Stanley Hairy Matzo Balls are available at kissonline.com. Also, just 3 more days until Kwanzaa. Hello, Black people. You don't know me. My name is Gene Simmons, and I play in a band called Kiss. You can get all of your Kwanzaa toys right now at kissonline.com.
That's the commercial that's coming.
Yeah, that's good. We got an exclusive. Now, what about his brother-in-arms, Paul Stanley?
All right, people, now listen. I know that Christmas is all about giving gifts. And I'm going to stuff your stocking with a Yuletide of holiday joy. Come on, people.
And a little closer to home, my home, Sebastian Bach. What could he be doing for Christmas?
Dude, right now, I got dogs barking and I'm doing cameos for $100 off. Sorry your dog died. Sorry. Whatever, dude.
It's one of my favorites.
Me too.
And is there any
Sebastian, by the way, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have to give props to Sebastian for kicking off my new year 2024. He has such a great sense of humor. He put me in his music video. What do I got to lose? And he started out with me doing the impression of him walking through the desert. We laughed so much that day filming that. And I thought for sure when he said, meet me in the desert, I was like, oh, this is it. He's going to kill me. But there was a camera crew and he was incredible. Sorry to interrupt you there, Jason.
No. And is there any others that maybe I'm not aware of that you might have a Christmas thought on?
Yeah, there's a Christmas message from Lars Ulrich from Metallica, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Hey, man, on Christmas Eve, let's all get together and fucking do some coke, huh? Ha!
That
was very a white Christmas.
Yeah, it was. It was a white Christmas. Hey, thanks for having me on, Jason. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you. I started doing a storytelling podcast, and it really makes me think about you a lot and how you figured out exactly what you want to do and you got it zeroed in. I had a couple of fun interviews, most recently with Dimebag's best friend that was his guitar tech, and he shared a story about finding Dime's guitar recently that it was on stage with him the night that he was killed. And it was, I've been going down this road of just wanting to tell stories, but I've been thinking about you and how you've launched this thing that has found its audience, and I hope to find my own doing that too. So thanks for having me on, dude.
Thank you, Craig. Where can people find your podcast?
The podcast, which is going to be all the stories about living at Eddie Van Halen's house, how I got to open for Metallica and open for System of a Down, how I got in trouble with Pantera this summer, is I Swear This Is True. Just Google I Swear This Is True on YouTube. You'll see the first couple stories. There's more that I'm throwing on in the next couple of days with Ryan Leaf, and I got the Pantera one and Rudy Sarzo. I took Whitesnake shopping when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
That's all on there. But I Swear This Is True. You can find it on YouTube. And
I gotta, before I let you go, and he's on all the socials, Craig Gass Comedian. You can find him. You can see him live. I'm looking forward to doing that. But we had a question. Do you have a Chips Enough impression?
No, I know a guy in Chicago named Matt who does when I hear someone do a perfect impression, I'm like, I can't touch that. And there's
I know a guy in Chicago who does one as well. In fact, I hear a knock at the door right now.
No way.
Let's see if we can. Who's there? Oh, wait. It's Johnny Monaco from Chicago.
Yeah. Johnny,
Hello.
Please do your Chips Enough impression.
Oh God, we kind of made up, so I don't know if I should really, but I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Matt Kassain.
Yes.
So it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. I heard his impression. And I was like, "Hey, brother!" Like, what's his what's his phrase that he always does? I adore you. I hail you.
You gotta dig deep for those phrases because there's like 5.
Really? All right. You know what? I'm going to follow up with you to learn that impression. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. All right, Johnny. How are you? Good to see you.
What's going on with this show?
A lot of people have been asking for you to come back, and they've missed you. They've wanted to see you. People are happy. They act as if we don't see each other. I see you almost every day, it feels like.
Yeah.
But,
it's been a minute, right?
I was proposing in the new year, Mondays with Monaco, maybe once a month, every other week, maybe you come back and we chat. People seem to love it, Johnny. We were talking the other day about some of the ridiculous memories that we had and some of moments, some involving your drinking, not always and driving, but some of the crazy things, going to get custard, you going to see Styx in the middle of a show, and those were some fun ones. Johnny, are you taking the Ingve vitamins?
Unfortunately, just recently I had my memories erased. It was like that show with Jim Carrey, but I have started taking the Ingve vitamins, and I do feel a little better. I play guitar a little faster, and I'm a lot more rude on airplanes. So I think those two things have really balanced out, and it also helps with my boners. So,
well, I'm gonna get on it.
I think that's what they're for. Or they're boner pills, right?
I'm not positive. I mean, but apparently we unleash the fury. I know that much.
Yeah, the fury. That's what he's referring to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
sometimes it's not invited fury. It's just you show up and they're looking at you like, what's wrong with him? It's like he must be taking Ingve vitamins because he's like a Viking.
Mm-hmm. Mark Sanchez is here. He says that we are the best duo. And then this is Sasuke says konnichiwa from Japan.
Okay.
And, a lot of people
all the way from Japan, huh?
Are excited. Johnny, how are you celebrating Christmas this year?
It's not looking good.
Like,
I
don't
have any plans. I've managed to cut off so many people that even the ones that would message me once a year, they're blocked. So I don't have nothing to do. I don't have a couch. I don't have a tree. I don't have any food. There's no food in my refrigerator. I got 4 shows and I got a little gas. I feel fine. I got gas in my car. And I have I don't have anything to do. I don't have anywhere to go. I'm not going home. I'm going to sit here. It's terrible.
Well,
This is
it sounds like you've done that a few Christmases, though.
I know. It's like I'm not getting anywhere in life. This is the same Christmas that John Wilkes Booth had for like 10 years in a row.
He was asking for Craig to do a Paul Stanley impression of his ex Donna, but Craig is not here right now. Johnny's here, and Johnny held back from doing his Chip impression. It's pretty damn good.
We've been talking a little bit. I called him, talked a little bit. I don't want to
Are you going to join Enough's Enough again?
That never came up in the conversation. We were really just talking about, I was looking for houses and I saw one in his neighborhood right down the street for $240. And it's got to be a reason, right? But I think the unfinished basement is really unfinished. I don't think there's wood. But no, we were just talking about whatever. And I asked him about Donnie. And it's such a vexing, weird situation that the two of those guys live in the same town, started that band, went all through all that stuff and everything they've done. And now they live like, I don't know, like 7 minutes from each other in the same town where it started. And they don't talk or do anything. And he's like, fed up with him. And the other one's fed up with the other one. And I don't know. What am I going to do? They're each doing their own thing. Donnie does his solo band and Chip's doing his thing. And I don't think either one of them would want me involved. I don't know.
It's a shame. I say it all the time. The best lineup would be Chip, Donnie, yourself on guitar, and harmonizing on those songs, vocals as well. And then, if Vic Fox could be upturned, that would be such a great lineup. And I think Derek Frigo would have approved. I think that would be the closest to the lineup. The question is, how did Johnny and Chip bury the hatchet? It was at a show, a Stephen Pearcy show. And I would say it was Blas Elias who brought Chip in to talk to Johnny. And you know what? I've seen you guys together over the years many times. And even though there's fallout sometimes, you always pick it up and it's like old times. And he said a lot of nice things about you. And he stayed on stage on your side and he watched the entire show. And it seemed like he definitely appreciates you and what you do. I think that he likes singing now, if you call it that. And I think that he's in a little bit of a different place, but it was nice to see you guys get along.
Yeah, I mean, we never really had a problem. There was never a hatchet. I mean,
well, you once said, if I remember correctly, I'm paraphrasing, that he sounded like he was singing like marbles in his mouth or shoes in a dryer, maybe. I don't remember.
That's not a hatchet. That's an observation. Now, everyone's going to have a different, he even said it to me on the phone. He goes, I know you don't like the way I sing, but, but it's like, I'm going to be critical because I sort of sing and I play guitar a little bit. So it's like, of course, I'm going to have an opinion on that. And, especially when you come from where it was.
Yeah. Johnny Miguel is live. He's at Radio City Music Hall right now. Did you know that the Ramones recorded their first album above Radio City Music Hall? It's insane. But that's where the studio was. That's the NBC building right there, 30 Rock. So that's Radio City. That's 30 Rockefeller Plaza, where Saturday Night Live takes place, where David Letterman was filmed, where now Jimmy Fallon, who's far less funny, is. And Miguel's closing in on the Christmas tree. Georgia asked, Johnny, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I've tried those over and over. I just try to do every day. I try to do that, I don't really have anything to say about that. I don't know.
Miguel is in the NBC building where they do not allow filming. He's doing it anyway. There's a very famous episode of David Letterman when this was the RCA, the GE building, and he came to bring them a fruit basket, and this old man threw David Letterman and his crew out. right, pretty much where Miguel is standing. That's also where I took my picture with Kurt Cobain, pretty much where he's standing. You see how that worked out for both of us. A lot of people saying we love Johnny, and some people think that Chip owes Johnny an apology. Skylar feels like it's a Christmas miracle. Skylar is a big fan of Johnny, as all of us are. Sean Brown said he wants to thank Johnny for recommending that he buy a Fender Squire or on an earlier show. This is my 5th guitar and it sounds great. Always great to see you. Merry Christmas. Well, Squire guitar is a great, affordable guitar to start with. I think Johnny gave you good advice. Make sure it's for you. I start with something affordable and see if you like playing and how you develop. Let's see. Question for me and Johnny. What if Johnny was in the opening band for Steven and Johnny played his solo shows and some stuff thinking about venues? I don't think Steven would. Steven likes Johnny just to be with him. I don't think.
God forbid. That would.
I don't know, but by the way, Johnny, I want to introduce you to someone who's wanted to meet you for quite some time, and that is. Oh wait, hold on. I think I hear a knock at the door. So you got to keep up the shtick. I think Wednesday 13 is here. Wednesday, nice to see you.
Whoa! Look at this leather jacket club.
Oh boy, that's right.
We look like a bunch of greasers. We're gonna hit the town and rumble.
I wasn't even going to wear this jacket, and I saw his jacket, and I went, "What am I going to do now?"
You got to buy the jacket.
What's up, dude? It's
hey,
we finally meet.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. It's great. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Wednesday's going to try to come out.
To all.
Wednesday's going to try to come to the whiskey.
I will this time. I will this time.
Yeah.
Last time he had social anxiety.
Yes, that was one of the excuses I used. I felt it was social anxiety. I was still learning to get out of the house. This year I've been a lot more eventful. I went to Istanbul, Turkey. So that's how much I got out of the house.
Oh, that was out.
Yeah, that's out.
If there was a RATT reunion, these are questions I hear a lot. Would Johnny be the second guitar player for Robin? We don't know. It's not something that's on the table. So I don't know. I would like to see RATT with Johnny on lead guitar and the ghost of Robin Crosby on the other guitar. If we can conjure that up. If not, I don't know.
Anything's possible.
I think that's St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Have you seen Ghost with Patrick Swayze? They do something like that.
It could happen. Let's take a look. Let's all enjoy New York City for just a moment and be grateful that we're not there because it's cold.
Yeah, I'm very grateful I'm not there.
When Miguel turns this corner, he will be facing the world famous Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. And there it is. Look at that.
Is that supposed to be a big deal? I'm not familiar.
They don't have that in North Carolina.
They don't. No, we just have burning crosses.
That is the most famous iconic tree. Spoiler alert, it's a different tree every year.
We have a way bigger burning cross in North Carolina. That's amateur hour.
So to your right is 30 Rockefeller Plaza, and then right in the center is the that's Rock. He's showing us Rockefeller Plaza. That is the Christmas tree, and there's an ice skating rink underneath it, and then right around the corner from there is St. Patrick's Cathedral. It's a little bit back to the left, but the New York City police officers were having trouble catching that Mario brother guy, Luigi, because they were so busy protecting that tree. God forbid something happened. They had to keep an eye.
What famous cool movies in the 80s took place around that tree? Anything that I would care about?
Home Alone is the big Christmas movie that was filmed in Home Alone 2. The Home Alone movies take place in Chicago. Home Alone 2 from New York City. I don't know. I can't think of a movie right now off the top of my head that was around the tree. But I'm sure someone in the comments probably could help us. A lot of people enjoying the view the tree, and
It looks
some
like
people,
Cloverfield right now to me. That movie Cloverfield.
little Blair Witch-esque. People concerned that maybe Johnny's on the wagon.
What wagon?
Last
I don't
Christmas,
know.
he might have had one or two.
I don't know what that means.
Wasn't Wagon Train a dog food? When that little the commercial had like a little wagon or gravy, that was Gravy Train. I'm sorry. I'll shut my mouth.
Look at all these people out there to look at a tree. I remember Howard Stern said every one of these people is nuts and they should be locked up for. He said the same about people who watch the Christmas ball drop. Trading Places is not a New York movie.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Yeah, I think it's Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, I think. But so we're getting
I feel like I've seen a TV show or something where they are ice skating around that. Maybe it was an episode of Friends. I'm not sure.
That's probably happened at some point. And a lot of people, I mean, it's Sunday night in New York City right now. It is 8:07 p.m. Here on the West Coast. It's later. In a little bit Wednesday, when Sean joins us, we'll talk about the big Christmas party we went to.
Yes.
We went to the big Christmas party. Let's see if I can bring us all back. There we are. Johnny's been practicing because he's on the Ingve vitamins.
Yeah.
Ingve has vitamins?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You might want to get on those.
I would love to have some Ingve. I'm almost out of my one-a-days.
Flintstones. Yeah, Flintstones.
So what I do is I forget to take my one-a-days for about 7 days, and I take 7 at the same time.
I don't think that's healthy. This is Rebel from the Waist Down with the 666. Jason, Johnny, and 13. What was your first couple skate song?
Oh, I know that.
Do you mean scat? Or I think he said scat.
I'm believing he means like does he mean like skate songs, like songs you went to skate to, like skating rink stuff?
You think that's what it is?
Well, if he's meaning that, I absolutely know the song that I could skate very fast to. Probably the fastest was Eddie Grant's Electric Avenue. When that came on, I could skate so fast. I thought.
He says you're right. Skate. I would go to a place called Skate Key in the Bronx. Miguel would go too, and we would see J-Lo there. We didn't know she was going to be J-Lo.
Jennifer Love.
No, Hewitt. It's Lopez. Love Hewitt is
Jennifer
another.
Lopez. Oh, Lopez. All right.
With the big ass, and we would hear songs like "The Breaks" by Curtis Blow, things like that. Sugar Hill Gang, old school. LL Cool J, I Need Love. It was a little bit more urban when I was growing up. Johnny, did you ever go skating?
Yeah, ice skating
or roller skating? I don't know.
Skating, roller skating. Yeah. Roller skating is what I was thinking it was meaning.
Okay, I thought we were talking about ice, but I mean, yeah, I don't know about what songs would have been played. I know it was the '80s, or so we go to the roller rink. And then I'd go to ice skating, whatever they would play, whatever was probably good at the time. I remember some disco being on there.
Yeah, probably some disco.
Yeah.
My place was called Skateland USA, and I went there till I was about 15 until I was just really too old to go there. Like I shouldn't be here anymore. It was where you hung out at. And but I do remember Eddie Grant as a young kid when that came on. I thought I could skate faster.
How long was it after that you became a drag queen, a teenage Frankenstein?
Oh, many years, at least 4 to 5 years.
People saying that when you come back to Australia, they would like to hear some of those songs.
Yeah, I think that a tour could work there with those songs. Possibly, it would work there.
Speaking of our Lord and Savior, there is St. Patrick's Cathedral right there. On the holiest of holidays, I don't know if that's true, but for those who are celebrating the birth of a Jew or Santa Claus, there it is. Oh, look at those, Miguel shining the balls, properly shining the Christmas balls. I still have a few balls available, but there it is. And Miguel was not struck by lightning, so that's a good sign. Looks like the elder right there. If Miguel could go put his hand on the door, it would be much like Kiss the Elder. That is a church in New York that they claim they got that that logo from, but I'm not sure. It's a beautiful church. I mean, if anything, it's nice looking. Let's see here. Johnny, you and I are going to be getting ready to go to Michigan on the 28th. We leave, and then the 29th we'll be there. Ace Frehley will be there too. Wednesday, I think something's on fire at your place.
Nope, that's the ghost of Christmas present.
Okay, just making sure. And then it's gonna be a reunion. Your old Chicago pal Scott Coogan, who is with Ace Frehley, and of course then Stephen Piercy, and then we're gonna get up at like 2 a.m. and fly on at 5 a.m. And then the Whiskey A Go-Go, the world famous Whiskey A Go-Go, will be there.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh, no. Boy. Wednesday, are you playing the Whiskey again?
Yes, that's the second show of the tour, March 15th. A weekend. Right. Get tickets. We need to sell these tickets. I'm tired of them not selling.
Well, you sold out last time you played.
I did, but I want to sell it out again, and it's not sold out yet. So let's sell those tickets. Come on. Let's do it.
A lot of pressure, but people will do it. All right, let's see here. If someone asks any chance of Heather Leather being here, I thought about inviting her, but she's gone Hollywood. And I don't know.
What does that mean? She's gone. She lives in Hollywood, or she like the Poison song "Fallen Angel"?
She lives in Hollywood, and
she stepped off the bus out into the city streets.
She stepped into something. Here's another question from Rebel from the Waist Down. Jason, Johnny, and 13. What was the best Christmas present you gave to somebody? What a good question.
Uh,
I don't even know if
I divorced my ex-wife. I gave her a divorce for Christmas. That was the best thing I could have ever given her and myself. They say it's better to give than receive, and I disagree on that. But I gave it to her.
They've got this song by a band called Band-Aid. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's called...
I don't listen to those type of bands.
It's called Feed the World. And I was listening to it on the plane this morning. I flew in, and boy, are my arms tired. And I heard this Band-Aid. They did a new version of it. In the song, first of all, the weather forecast is in. There won't be snow in Africa this Christmas. No shit. There hasn't been in ages, ever. And then they say the greatest gift they'll get this year is life. If you ever watch those videos, these poor children are sitting there with flies around them, burning to death. And I think the greatest gift might not be life. And in the song now, they put in voiceovers and talking parts to make you feel bad. And one of the parts, he says, this is the closest thing to hell on earth. And then they give you a statistic about how many people are dying. It doesn't sound like kind of way you want to have a happy, joyous Christmas when you eat your Christmas dinner.
Well, we could make our own version and insert Sam Kinnison's joke on that about instead of sending them food, send them suitcases, U-Hauls.
Mm-hmm. Too bad we didn't get that when Craig was here. He doesn't mean Sam Kinnison. This is Jim Gallagher. I don't think this is the one who hits the pumpkins. I don't think so. But Monday with Monaco, Wednesday with Wednesday, and Sunday with Sean would be good TV. Well, listen, there's some of the nicer people I've ever met. And also Miguel roaming the streets of New York, maybe on Saturday.
That's like an ABC lineup. That's like a Friday night. That's like Family Matters. What's the other one that was after that?
For me, it was the Cosby Show, Silver Spoon's Punky Brewster, probably. Must-see TV.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, it's like I'm just thinking of one successful night. That was a big night when they had like Urkel and the Family Matters lineup thing, and then but the real lineup would probably be Different Strokes, Knight Rider, Saturday night.
Facts of life. Before Bill Cosby was a famous mixologist, he was a comedian.
Yes, he was a great comedian, and I hear he's a great mixologist as well.
He's scientifically proven.
He's going to be on Bar Rescue next season.
It's the people watching. It's a meeting of the minds. They don't know who to ask questions. They have Johnny questions. They have Wednesday questions. They have Miguel questions. Miguel, can you hear us?
Oh, are you there?
Yeah, what happened? You just had a blackout. Are you in a bad neighborhood?
Yeah, I kind
Uh-oh.
of got my. I guess I couldn't find my earbud, but I can hear you.
All right, where are you now?
I'm in Saks Fifth Avenue here, and I'm gonna take you guys to Grand Central Station, so you
All
can
right.
see.
I got a request. Can we go to where Charles Bronson killed the first person in Death Wish?
That would be good. I would have to send him the address, but that would be good. They have
Yeah.
a statue of Ralph Cramden at that because he was a bus driver. And maybe Miguel, you could find the Ralph Cramden statue.
Yeah, I'll see. It's on the west side, but I'm on the east side now. But I'll work my way there.
All right. Well, thank you, Miguel, for showing us the sights and people saying hello to Miguel. Mark Sanchez remembers Friday nights. Hulk, the Dykes of Hazzard. I think that's a different show. I think that's a
I've seen that show actually.
Yeah, and I think I rented it once. And then Dallas. You know, the first adult movie I ever saw in my life was called Spreading Joy. My cousin had it on VHS, and it was a Christmas themed movie. And later, when I worked for Trauma, we helped to redistribute a movie called Blood Sucking Freaks. And
I love that movie.
There was a little person in the movie whose name was Ralphus in that movie, but he was also Johnny Shortstuff. Not you, Johnny. It is another person. And he played an elf. And Santa would get busy in the movie, and for a little while, I was involved in a company with my former partner Bob Cratchit, and called Paradise Visuals. And I found that I owned the rights to that movie. I never did anything with it, but I thought I'd share a holiday story about spreading joy with you guys.
I don't remember my first pornographic movie, but I did own one called Willy Wanker and the Fudge Packing Factory.
That sounds pretty good.
It was exactly what you thought it would be, and more. I highly recommend it.
Miguel's showing us.
It's a great holiday movie too.
Yeah, well, it's on my must-see viewing list. Russell says if there's a Portillo's, maybe Johnny would go there. There is no Portillo's in New York. Chicago and New York have differences, but I like them both. And I had so much New York food my whole life. I'm kind of a fan of Chicago food now as well. Miguel, do you have something to add, Miguel?
No, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the people of Cebu, the Philippines, and one day I'll tell you the story about that. Wish Mountain, skinwalkers, and all that crazy stuff that happened to you. But Pauline, shout out to you, baby, and the people of Cebu.
Nice, Miguel's got shout outs.
But this is the Diamond District.
You see any diamonds?
There's a video on YouTube of a guy that goes through the cracks and just gets little dust diamonds because people that work on it, and nobody who would have thought, and he just gets diamonds from the streets, actually from here. You know, it's a whole process of it. You dig up the dirt and doing all that stuff. And so I'd rather go to a store and just buy a cheap 14-karat gold ring than do that. Too much work for me.
Yeah, we're learning a lot today too. Paul Shortino, Dr. Paul Shortino says The Stewardesses was his first adult movie, which is true. Paul Shortino was a teenager playing in a band in an adult movie called The Stewardesses. He talked about it on this show. And let's see here. People are concerned that you have icicles from your nose because it's so cold.
It's cold, but as long as it's not windy, it's bearable. Although it's 18 degrees, it's I was hoping that this day wouldn't be cold, but the show must go on. You know, the people look forward to this once a year, so I must freeze my ass and give them a good time. Just
you're taking one. You're taking one for the team. Miguel, do you think you could go up to Harlem and scream, "I want a white Christmas" all through the streets?
Actually, I can now because it's been gentrified. So a lot of white people are like, "Yeah, go for it, brother."
That's a very good white impression. Yeah. All right. So we're celebrating the holidays. Georgia says thank you.
Philippines.
Oh, look at that. Miguel, you might be a dual citizen soon.
Yeah, sure.
Miguel, Lisa thinks that you have nice eyebrows, much like Luigi.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Luigi, it's me, Mario. Why did you do that for?
The other one.
That is the big compliment these days. If someone says you look like Luigi.
Yeah, if you look like a serial killer, girls dig serial killers. They think they're hot.
They love serial killers.
He's not a serial killer, as my counselors pointed out. He's only killed one that we know of. So, but he is a heartthrob, and he probably should have been the man of the year, and he may be the sexiest man of the year. I have a feeling.
I don't think so.
No? Do you have someone else in mind?
Oh, I have the inside information. He's not. There's somebody sexier. I can't reveal it yet.
All right. Well, I'll be fascinated to find out.
I can't give out that information. It's just I found out there's somebody sexier.
I didn't realize you were so involved with those type of things.
I live in Burbank. This is the entertainment capital of the world. I know all the inside stuff.
Well, that's true. You and Matt Thorne are in that secret club.
Yep. It's like Eyes Wide Shut.
Last night we went to a party last night where we saw the Eyes Wide Shut masks, didn't we?
Yes, we did. I stared at them quite a bit. I still think we should have put on those Lost Boys jackets and just, what we should do is make fake Lost Boy jackets that look like them, and then go to his house, and then when he leaves the room, let's put those on and make him think we're wearing them, and then we'll start wrestling and rip one of them and watch him freak out, and it'll be a prank.
That might be possible. Some people saying Luigi has nothing on Richard Ramirez.
Not at all. That guy had way greater eyebrows, and he had he drew a pentagram on his hand.
We're going to talk about.
To see you in Disneyland. This is a great quote.
People want to know about how the white elephant went last night. We'll talk about it in a little bit if Sean shows up. If not, we'll just talk about it.
Yeah.
But we're having a nice Christmas time. Miguel's going to show us a bus station for the holidays. And that's an Iron Maiden right there. I don't know if you guys know that.
Could he take Park Avenue to Skid Row?
I don't think Park Avenue really leads to Skid Row.
Then I've been lied to since 1987, I believe. Was it 87?
It says that being sexy may not be the best thing in prison. First of all, there's nothing wrong with being sexy. But I don't think that he's going to be in Gen Pop. I don't think people are going to have that. Did you see the footage of them taking Luigi off the helicopter and then walking him for like 20 minutes through the city? Like they were like trying to show off, like, look who we caught. Meanwhile, a guy in McDonald's caught him. But they are really like making this into a media sensation.
I was thinking, like, was that his first time on a helicopter? Because I've never been on a helicopter. I feel like I'd be scared, and I wouldn't have been able to walk off that helicopter trying to look tough. I'd have been like all shaky. So I gotta give him that. I gotta give him that.
No,
me neither. I don't like it. Johnny, there's a good question for you. How is the luggage business around Christmas time?
I haven't sold any.
Well,
I need some new luggage. Let's get some luggage going.
That's true. You're going on tour.
I'm going on tour. I need some like Leslie Nielsen airplane luggage. That would be really good to see that coming down the baggage claim.
Can make that.
Yeah.
Airplane luggage. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
JohnnyMonaco.com for those watching who want to get in on the luggage game. This is
Ted Stryper on one side, Leslie Nielsen on the other. That'd be a really good suitcase. Fits the airport theme.
So, Johnny, no Christmas plans?
No, I have to play tonight. I have to leave like in, I don't know, short time. I played
Are you playing somewhere that people can come see you?
Yeah, I'm at Harris Casino.
Harris, okay. Are you at the Carnival Court?
Yeah. This is number 3 in a row, and then I got one day after Christmas.
You know, Johnny, I don't know if we didn't talk about this. First time I've ever seen Enough's Enough, you were the vocalist of Enough's Enough.
Yeah.
And you played in I don't know if you remember this. You played in North Carolina. It was Concord, North Carolina. And it was like a last minute show. It was Enough's Enough and Brittany Fox. And it was literally 10 minutes from where I lived, and I went to it, and there was probably about 20 people there because it was announced like last minute.
That's
and but I was really impressed. You did an excellent job, and I believe you had that pink Ibanez.
Yeah, the red one. It's over there. Yeah, I remember playing that tour. I don't know about that specific show, but I remember going on tour with that other band.
And I was with one of my friends who hates everything. And he was like, damn.
I got one of those friends too.
He was like, damn, he's pretty good. He hates everything. And you impressed Crazy Eddie. So it was a good job. But I was going to ask the drummer of Bullet Boys. He looked like he was something was going on there.
I don't. Who was the drummer?
He looked like he was maybe not fully turned man. He was like sort of Cro-Magnon the way he played.
Oh,
he looked sort of like a.
I think I remember that. I think I know who you're talking about.
It was bizarre. I couldn't listen to Girls School and look at that guy. It's more like Gorilla School. He's more like it's very early man. That middle part of evolution chart.
I don't remember much about that time. It was a while ago, but I remember doing that tour with those guys.
I took Chips Enough to McDonald's or somebody, and it was a great drunken night.
We played a lot of shows. We played for years. It's unfortunate we couldn't keep going, but everyone wants to do something different. So.
This is a very positive Christmas time, Johnny. You're getting, he's turned over a new. Johnny was visited by 3 ghosts last night.
Whoa.
I'm just tired. I've been doing this stupid thing, and I got all this stuff to remember, and I'm just, it's not very relaxing.
Well, Johnny, I'll check in with you, and then I'll see you on a plane very soon. If you guys were in Vegas, go to Harrah's Carnival Court and see Johnny singing and playing some of your favorites.
Please come on down. It's going to be fantastic.
Johnny, thank you for popping on. Next year, Mondays
Thanks for having me.
We're going to find time. We still have a lot to catch up. This was just a tease, as they call in the business.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Nice to meet you, Wednesday.
I'll see you at the whiskey. I'll be
That's
there.
right.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
right.
see you then.
Thanks,
All right.
Johnny. I'll see
Later.
you soon.
Thanks. Okay, bye.
All right. It was great to see Johnny Monaco back hanging out with us.
How was it that the first time we've talked on the show? How crazy is that?
It's weird. A lot of people thought that Johnny had left for some reason, or that Johnny and I had a fallout, but that wasn't the case. It's not easy to sit here, as you know. You've been doing a lot of weeks with me, months, a year now. Sometimes it's just not things to talk about. And Johnny also works constantly, but I think we might work on a schedule. I would be happy to do Mondays with Monaco, Wednesdays with Wednesday. But so anyway, a lot of people saying Merry Christmas to Johnny. You're wasting those sentiments on him. But no, he's.
Somebody wanted to know what I was drinking. I have coffee today. Switched it up.
Yeah, I told you I'm going in the coffee business. I'm going to sell Wednesday 13 and Murder Dolls records and coffee. I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee. Nothing about it. But I think it might be good.
It could be successful.
I don't know what the hell's happening with Sean. Maybe I have to check and see. He said he was going to be out and that he was going to join us from an undisclosed location. If he doesn't get here soon, you and I will just talk about his party ourselves. Let's go to Miguel.
Well, we can waste some time with these questions. Probably.
true. Miguel, tell us where you are. And by the way, Miguel, say hello to Wednesday 13. I don't think you guys have met.
What up,
So,
Miguel?
13, how you doing? Happy
I'm
holidays.
doing excellent.
Good,
He's
good.
you and Wednesday have a lot in common, Miguel. Both of you are not low, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I know the 13. That's like I was born on the 13th, on Friday the 13th. So I like that number. 13 is one of my favorite
Whoa.
numbers.
Where are you at, Miguel? Tell me. I see the McDonald's behind you, but where are we now?
I'm in Madison Avenue. And I'm going to Grand Central Station, so we can see the famous Grand Central Station, and you know how it's decked out in Christmas decoration, and then you can see the what is it? The stars, the constellation, whatever they have up there.
That sounds beautiful. I'm looking forward to it. Holly Horror is here. She or he says, I'm gonna get 13 tattooed on my face.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way to get attention. Do it.
Have you ever thought about
face tattoos are very popular.
Yeah, have you ever thought about it?
No, because I mean, I don't know. When I see the blackout tattoos as well, like I see a lot of people, and it looks cool on some people. But I did that makeup scheme before. You can buy this makeup from this company called Miron, and you can do your arms and black out your arms, and it looks even darker than that tattoo stuff. You can do that. I used to do it on stage. I did it for years. It took hours to wash that shit off, and I look at it and I go, well, that's not permanent. You know, so there's some people that really hate their tattoos and they got a bunch of stuff they hate, and it's an excellent way to get rid of stuff. But I like my tattoos, and I don't really want to go beyond here. I mean, maybe I would do something on my neck, but I'm not really into the whole. It's crazy to see how tattoos, and I'm not like saying anything bad about it, but like basically what was prison tattoos is now acceptable. I don't know if it's acceptable, but that's like a common thing now. Like it's insane. I never would have guessed that would have became a fashion kind of thing.
Yeah, look at. I think we're in Grand Central Station right now. Miguel, maybe turn your camera horizontal or whatever you call that, vertical. I don't think sideways, because then we'll get more view, more peripheral. I'm not sure he heard me. Miguel, turn your phone the other way. Turn your phone like this.
There you go.
Yeah. Maybe his phone doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Never mind. Go back to the other way. Yeah. You're screwing up Wednesday's buzz. All right. Look at this. I haven't been in Grand Central Station in quite some time. I'm gonna let's enjoy this Wednesday. This is your first time in Grand Central Station, I believe.
Is this where the subway is?
Where is it?
Oh, the train station. I think I went to this train station. I've been here before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's is that a wino? It looks pretty nice.
I saw like a flash mob thing here, I believe. I didn't know what was going on. I thought a ruckus was breaking out for the first time. I was explained what that was. Yeah,
I don't really get those, but yeah, well, let's hope one breaks out now. Yes, that is New York City. Miguel is live from New York.
So that looks pretty boring in there. What are you doing there?
I gotta go to the main station.
Man, I bet you're getting a bunch of steps in today.
He gets a lot of steps on these.
I bet you're probably going to get like 10,000 just on this show.
And let's see.
Well,
now,
there's the Rocky stairs.
Now, Wednesday, you narrate because I got to check my phone.
All right.
So you and Miguel show us New York. I'm going to see where the guests are. I'll be right back.
All right.
Over to Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I've been in this place. I have been in here. I took a train here. I visited New York back in 2010, and I remember that area. Yeah, and I saw like a dance flash mob, and I didn't know what that was, and I thought like there was an act of terrorism going on, but it was just a dance group.
Yes.
Does that happen often in those kind of places? I feel like, I don't know.
They film Carlito's Way, like here, a lot of movies, also movies, because it's like very, I guess it's a classic old building. The structure.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Carlito's Way, there's a sample in that movie that's used in Slipknot, and I don't know if people know that their famous "Here Comes the Pain" is from that movie. Little Christmas Slipknot knowledge, if you.
Miguel had a small part in that movie.
Who did?
Miguel did.
In Carlito's Way, in the train scene.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it was nice because seeing like the people on the other side of the opposite train had no clue what's going on, and then they see us all in 70s gear, and they were like, "What's going on?" And so they slipped into a parallel universe. But then they saw Al Pacino. It's a film. It's a movie.
What about Dog Day Afternoon? Was that filmed around there?
Dog Day Afternoon. I'm not sure. I know it took place in the summertime, but I'm not sure if it was filmed in New York or not.
Serpico.
Yes.
I'm trying to fix my camera.
I thought that movie was about serpents, and I was wrong.
Yes, no serpents to be found.
No, it was weird. I was very let down. I thought it was like going to be like Alligator, but no.
Wednesday, I had a guest who was going to stop by, who has never been on the show like this, and is someone that everyone would like to see. And they showed up, but they showed up 5 minutes before the show started. And I told that person, come back, and they have not done it yet. So I just sent a reminder. We'll see if that person comes back. You would be interested to talk with this person. Nobody has spoke to this person in ages, I would say.
Would this person be Grizzly Adams?
You got it. No, Grizzly Adams is passed. I did share a Burbank flight with Grizzly Adams, though.
Oh, did I tell you that I shared a flight with him from Arizona to Los Angeles when I left my wife? The plane I took, my connection, Grizzly Adams was in front of me, and he kept telling me, "You seem like a really nice young gentleman. God bless you. God bless you." And he kept telling me, "God bless me." And I kept saying, "I am getting God blessed out the wazoo by Grizzly Adams. Maybe this is the right move to leave my wife." And sure enough, it was. So thank you, Grizzly Adams.
Interesting. Was Gentle Ben on the plane too?
No. I looked around, but did not see Gentle Ben. Maybe he was in the animal lockup. I don't know.
People are guessing who the person is. I don't want to say anything in case they show up. I sent Sean the link again, and hopefully he will pop in, because it'd be nice. I would hate to talk about his party without him here, but we might have to, because we had such an interesting night.
We did. It was my first white elephant party, and I enjoyed it. It was great. I did open my present today. I'm not going to, but and I don't really know what I could do with it. I played with it for about 30 seconds, and then I realized I didn't know what to do with it.
All right. Well, we're going to get to that. Don't give away.
I won't.
Don't give away the results of the white elephant. Okay. So Wednesday, you and I will talk about the this event, and then if one of the guests comes in, that's fine. They can interrupt.
Just come on in. We don't get. Come on in. Fine.
I still have
What
some
is?
balls. If anyone watching wants to get their hands on my balls,
Oh, look at that. You still got balls.
there's still time. Yeah, I thought for sure they'd all be gone by now.
I thought your balls would be gone by
Miguel's
now,
gonna
but no.
have to protect his balls. Miguel,
Oh.
where are you?
I
Uh,
am
Death
where the
Wish.
guys from the Warriors went, and or Michael Jackson. Because I'm bad, you know it.
Oh,
I'm in
really?
the train station, so I'm heading up to the Bronx, and then if you know, and I could join you guys if you're still up. Then I could be nice warm place drinking hot chocolate, then join you guys for a bit if you like.
All right, Miguel, check in when you get off the subway. We're going to talk a little bit about our big night. And thank you, by the way, for showing us New York again. And we'll hop on when you get there.
Okay, great. Wednesday. See you later. Nice to meet
All
you,
right,
brother.
man. Be good.
Okay,
Stay warm. Look at that.
Look at that. It's a balloon show. All right. So that's Miguel. Miguel's probably my oldest, longest running friend from New York City. And
That's crazy. He's like your Crazy Eddie. My buddy from back home is Crazy Eddie, who I told
we
you
all have,
who
yeah,
liked Johnny Monaco. I'm surprised.
we all have those friends who we grew up with. And a lot of people enjoyed seeing, people like to see Miguel on the show more, and that will happen. Miguel is a world-renowned hot sauce expert, and we can try hot sauce. Wednesday, I would think you don't like hot sauce.
I love hot sauce.
You do?
I'm a dainty dabber.
That's true.
I'll dainty dab most hot sauce, but I'm not that guy that's looking for the hottest one. Like, I usually get hot sauce on everything when I get my chicken, but I usually get it mild. I don't like to get it too hot. I don't like to sweat. I believe in the saying, never let them see you sweat.
I was talking to Alice Cooper when I was in Chicago, a little name drop. And I mentioned to him that on my show, I did a segment where Miguel and I tasted Alice Cooper's hot sauce. And he was interested in what we thought. I did give it a very good review on the show. It's a vinegar-based hot sauce. It tastes like most hot sauces. It doesn't seem like, it's a secret family recipe.
Yeah, just some old generic type thing.
It felt that way. The labels and the titles were cool, and obviously we love Alice Cooper. But so he said, I don't believe food should be painful. And he said, I don't want to, kill people with the hot sauce. I will say, whoever runs his social media was incredible by, hold on, I'll get back to Alice Cooper. Sean Clark is here right now.
Oh, he is on location.
What's happening?
Where are you, Sean?
Sorry, I'm trying to. I'm at Fieldy's house.
Oh, nice. He's at another Christmas party.
Yeah.
And now,
sorry.
Fieldy's, can you walk from Fieldy's to your house?
Well, you could. We live about 4 miles apart.
Okay, so
I'd be a long walk, but I could do it.
I'm sorry, I'm in the dark, but there's music playing, so I was trying to get some. You know what? Let me go.
That's a good background. We can maybe see some drones while we talk to you.
Let me try to go and let me go over here.
All right.
Watch out for those drones out there.
Well, while Sean finds the spot, let me set up what we're talking about, which is, and yes, he's talking about Fieldy from Corn. Sean and Fieldy are neighbors. A lot of people saying hi to Sean.
I can't hear you in here. I'm gonna have to go back outside.
Okay. Sean was nice enough to invite us to his Christmas party. He has an annual Christmas party at his home. And Wednesday and I were excited to be invited because Sean works with cool people. I mean, we all work with cool people in different ways. So we didn't want to be late, but we didn't want to be the first ones to arrive. And Michelle and I were the first ones to arrive. When we pulled up, it was 5:55. We sat in the car for a few minutes. Party starts at 6. And then in the car behind us was Academy Award winner Christopher Nelson, who is Sean's co-host on The Thing with Two Heads when Sean hits record, and his lovely wife, and then Nick Castle, who I am such a Halloween fan. And I made the joke to Wednesday, Sean's going to have us in his house in the middle of the night. We're going to be trying to get Nick Castle to try on all the masks. And he did tell me, by the way, we were alone in your mask room man cave, and Nick said, if I was drunk, I would put on every one of these masks. So he was up for the challenge. He was up for the challenge. But so we got there, and Sean and Nay, Sean's better half, they really put out a nice spread and had a really fun time. And it was a great turnout, and all kinds of cool people from Sean's line of work and old friends. You know, Sean, I was saying to Michelle, you're very loyal to your friends. It's not just your celebrity friends, but people that you know and have been with you for a long time. You're a stand-up kind of guy. So, and then Wednesday you showed up, and I was trying to explain to Michelle like who some of the famous people are that she might not know. And so what I would do is I would Google them and then pass her my phone so she could look at their Google while looking at them as well. And so when Herman Munster entered, it was tricky, you know, because I have to explain he's not the Herman Munster, he's a Herman Munster.
But he is the Geico caveman.
That's true. He is the Geico caveman. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. The new one, or is it the same one that did it a long time ago? I saw a new commercial. Is it the same person?
Yeah.
Really?
He's been doing it forever. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Residuals.
And Doug Tate is the Jack Link Sasquatch. So we had the Jack Link Sasquatch and Geico caveman there.
When did he become the Sasquatch? Is that recently?
It's been about, he took over for another guy about 5 years ago or something.
Okay, I don't remember because I met him at Mad Monster, and I don't remember seeing any Sasquatch stuff. But
I don't think he really like pushes the Sasquatch stuff at conventions.
Okay,
that's what Sean's been Wednesday's been waiting for. If he had more Sasquatch photos.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Sasquatch. I checked out most Sasquatch books as a kid.
Would there be a premium item to sign jerky? You know, would that cost more?
He actually gave me jerky last year for Christmas, so.
But so he was Michael Myers in the new Halloweens, or some parts, not all of it.
Yeah, he was his stunt. He stunt doubled him in one scene. It wasn't a you know, he wore the mask. He was the guy, even if it was just for a minute. But yeah, pretty small. But then at the end of Freddy versus Jason, he was the Jason that walks out of the water with Freddy's head.
Right. We talked about that when I met him, because I'm on the soundtrack of that movie, and that's where we talked about that.
Oh, yeah. Right. A lot in common, yeah. And so this was my first White Elephant party, and Wednesdays as well. And we were nervous. It was fun, but Michelle and I were so nervous. We went out shopping. We went to the malls in Orange County the weekend before Christmas. First one we couldn't get in. Second one we did. And they have this thing where you can get like the Girl Scouts to wrap your presents for you, which was good because we would have had a hard time wrapping it. And I didn't want to use Descript wrapping paper. Had I used Clark Griswold, it would have been obvious it was me. But we stressed over it. And what we settled on was we bought a bank. It was like a piggy bank of Jason Voorhees. And it was kind of cool. And then we bought a sweatshirt that said, it had Michael Myers and it said, "Just do it." And the swoop in the Nike logo was, a hatchet, a machete. And so I didn't ask Sean who was going to be at the party. I assumed someone Halloween or Friday the 13th related would be. Sean runs a horror business, as the Misfits would say. And we knew there'd be some different characters. We were going to get a pink Ghostface Valentine's Day plushie, which might have went over well because there was a lot of members of the movie Scream. So we got there. Wednesday had his gifts, and it was nice. Everyone was very polite. That's one thing. You go to a party, and if you don't know everyone, it's awkward. But most of those people, especially the actors and things, would introduce themselves and say hello. A few people I already knew through Sean. I already knew Jamie Kennedy from doing appearances with Sean, and he's always funny, and everyone was having a good time. So we went upstairs to Sean's, one of his man caves. I think Nick said every room is a man cave. It's a man house. But
it's just a cave.
It's a big cave. But so Sean sort of hosts the the white elephant festivities, and everybody gets a number. I was deathly afraid to get number one. I didn't want to be first. I didn't, not just because it's a scary position, but I didn't want to be the first person to play the game. So Wednesday, you were number one.
What are the chances of that? My first white elephant, and I was number one. I felt robbed. I felt cheated, but I went along with it, and I took it like a man. And
your companion for the evening was number two.
Yes, I know. How did that even happen? It was like it was set up.
Sean mixed very well. I watched him mix. I got your number.
And you got 13.
13.
I got
Michelle,
30.
Sean had 30. It might be rigged. And Michelle got 24. And Sean and Michelle, I think, got the best gifts, to be honest. So what is Jeff's full name? I don't want to say it wrong.
Jeff Daniel Phillips.
Jeff Daniel Phillips. Yeah, he's a great actor and a very nice guy, too. So he was sort of, everyone kept stealing his gifts. He must have opened 5, 6, 7 gifts.
Yeah, and he got it bad.
He ended up.
Jamie got his stolen a lot, too.
Yeah.
So when Wednesday went first and Wednesday got, tell us, Wednesday, what you got.
I received a giant slinky.
I think it kind of fit you.
It was perfect for me. I don't have a slinky at the moment. I definitely don't have a giant slinky. So it was just what I needed. And I opened it today. I didn't really know what to do. I don't have any stairs around, but I'm going to put it in my car. And when the next time I see a nice set of stairs, I'm going to let it do, let it do the talking there.
We don't know who brought the slinky, but it did fit you, and nobody wanted to steal it.
No.
Gift. And I hate to be a star effer, as they say, but ultimately, it's nice to get a gift from somebody famous. Look, famous people are better than everyone else, and so your companion got Nick Castle's gift, which
we got a candle from Michael Myers, a Diet Coke candle. Not a Diet Coke, a Diet Cola.
Yeah, which he said he bought for me. Like, I guess he said he wanted me to get it because he and I are big Diet Coke fiends. But I was glad to not get the Diet Coke candle.
Yeah, it smells really good. She's always burning candles here at the house, so that's a smell that I don't mind. I won't throw it in the trash like I do Christmas trees.
We'll get to that. Your tragedy of Christmas. But so then I got Funko Pops. Of all things, I collect Funko Pops. I have 1,000 Funko Pops, and I got 4 Universal Monster Funko Pops. I did have them all. Maybe one I wasn't positive, but I did have them. I don't know who brought them, but that was a cool.
It was me.
It was you?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Sean was
Funko sent me a bunch of shit, and I didn't need them, And the funny thing is, when I wrapped those, I thought Jason or Wednesday would probably want these. So
yeah, I don't have them. I almost brought White Elephant gift. I almost brought the Cure pops.
Oh.
I didn't know if that would be a good gift. That was one of the almost. Should we bring? Would this would be good? But I thought I knew Jason already had it, so I didn't know. But I don't know.
I wanted to find an actual white elephant, but I could not.
I looked for a white elephant. I couldn't find one.
So it's fun to watch, and then the stealing begins. Jamie Kennedy got a Qbert video game system, and it was very cool. But it was stolen from him by Sean, I believe, ultimately.
Well, actually, right? Jeff got it first, right?
Yeah, Jeff got it first.
And then Jamie stole it from him. And then the stealing just became, because anyone that knew, I had to explain what Qbert was to, it was, if you don't know what Qbert was, it probably wasn't a cool item, but we knew what it meant to us.
Yeah.
So it was cool. It was like, uh-oh, there you go.
I think it was one of the top games. And it did end up with you, right, Sean?
Yes.
Yeah, it was and Sean has a little amusement area in his house of games.
It's perfect.
Unfortunately, the Halloween pinball machine was on the fritz.
It seemed like the pinball machines were having some issues last night.
You know, but
So
it was kind of cool. Even though the Halloween pinball wasn't working, we got to stand around it and talk to Nick Castle about it. That was
when
pretty
I
cool.
got to the party, Nick Castle said, "Oh, I know you from YouTube," which was nice, rather than me saying, "I know you from trying to kill Jamie Lee Curtis." That conversation didn't happen, but the Kubert game was cool. I think Sean played it well. I didn't really have much moves to make. Michelle did good in her moves. She got a Matthew McConaughey, all right, action figure. She did not know what it was. She was not interested in it. And she made sure to model it for everyone else, a lot of middle-aged men who enjoy it. And it was stolen from her. At this point, there was a beautiful hardcover book about Alien.
She's stolen by my guitar player, Al Function.
We met Al Function. There's a lot of Functions out there, part of the Function family. You guys are like the Ramones.
So
we're the Functions.
He got it first. Yeah, he got it first. And then Christopher Nelson got it. And Michelle stole the book from Christopher Nelson. And I told her, you just stole a book from an Academy Award winner. She was honored. When I read his list of credits this morning, she was more impressed. Wednesday, do you know what movie Christopher Nelson won his Academy Award for?
I do not.
Sean, I think, knows.
I'm sure. Yes.
Suicide Squad. That is the movie that he won the Oscar.
Okay. I have not seen that movie.
2 Emmys.
Not a film that you would think of when you think of Academy Awards.
Yeah.
No.
You know what? I was going to ask him. He's a big dude. Has he ever played a Michael Myers? I know he makes all that kind of stuff, but he would be perfect. He's that size of.
He did double. He played Myers in 2 scenes in the 2018 Halloween.
Okay.
Like basically stand-in shots. Like the scene when he's busting through the window on the door trying to reach Jamie Lee Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
That's him. And also there was a scene where she sees him in a reflection in a car mirror. That was him.
Okay.
He also, do you remember that movie, The Tripper? David Arquette movie where they had the Ronald Reagan killer?
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan killer. He was that guy. And he also, probably his most famous role was, other than the cop in 2018, Officer Francis, he was in Kill Bill. He's the groom. He's basically the one she's avenging the death of.
Oh.
Yeah. But he definitely looks like, when you see him, he's a big guy. He looks like you would play Jason or Michael Myers.
He looks like he could push a soft spot in.
He does. He was. It was fun to talk to him, though, about some of the industry stuff and interesting guy. But anyway, so Michelle got the Alien book that everyone sort of wanted, and she's a big fan of Alien, so that was cool, and she locked it. My Funko Pops made it to the very last person. Then it was stolen, and I had to pick a gift. I got, I think it's a belt buckle of a bullhead, and and then I was explained if you pull the horns down, a knife comes out, a weapon. I knew that I couldn't take it on the plane. So Lawton, Sean's friend, and a great guy who lives here in Vegas, he drove it back for me in case I want to use it, because that's high on my list.
You might want to keep
who brought it?
Because,
your friend who did the scans, I believe, brought it.
Oh, Richard. Yeah, I'm looking at him right now.
Well, it was a fantastic gift then, if he can hear you. If he can't.
He was the original singer of LAPD, which became Korn.
Yeah, we were talking about that. How crazy. Yeah. That's a lot of history. And he did scans of us. We're all going to have action figures.
I just saw them. He showed them to me. He just rescanned me.
They look great. He does great work. At some point, we won't need to do the show. We'll just have our action figures.
Let's do it. That's
do
all I ever wanted.
So it was a lot of fun. Jamie Kennedy, I think, might have been the big loser, but no, Jeff was.
Jeff
Kennedy
was probably what is
the baby bidet?
There was a baby bidet that it was a little thing that looked creepy. It was like an enema for children. I don't even know what I can
Looked
say.
like a water pick kind of thing, but
Yes,
It looked
Kinda
it looked
is.
like a dildo.
it was reminiscent of that.
It was very phallus.
I
Jimmy
feel like
Fallon.
if you're going to bring because Sean said he got rid of the money rule, a minimum, and I kind of wish he would have kept it.
the what?
The minimum purchase rule.
Oh,
like you
yeah,
gotta spend at least $20, $40, whatever.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're going to bring a novelty gift, a prank gift, you should
Yeah.
probably bring a good one too, so that everyone gets something interesting. And so Jeff did handle all the good gifts. He just
did.
ended up with the baby bidet, which he did get autographed by Nick Castle and Lee Waddell, who is Ghostface. He kills Drew Barrymore and Henry Winkler in the first Scream movie, but he brought it. It was his gag gift, and Ghostface screwed everybody yet again. And so that's what he ended up with. Jamie ended up with Christopher Nelson's gift. You would think an Academy Award winner would bring an Oscar or something. It was a candy corn nightlight.
Yeah.
And it didn't look great, but when they plugged it in, it looked even worse. Right?
Kind of.
I was like, I thought, when they plug it in, it'll look a little better, and it didn't.
No, it was the
Well,
opposite.
hey guys, I hate to cut out short here, but I really should get back in to
Yes,
this. I was
Sean, thank you. At least
Thank you
for
for
one,
having us.
thank you for having us, and two, taking a minute out of the holiday party schedule just to say hello.
I think they're serving dinner right now.
Well,
Oh.
he
All right.
hears the bell.
Go
All
get
right,
something
Sean.
for me.
We'll get together soon. Thank you, Sean.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Later.
All right, Sean
Bye.
Clark, check him out on YouTube if you haven't. Horror's Hollow Grounds, and he was nice enough to have us. When we first were going Wednesday, I was like, I don't know if Sean wants us talking about his house, blah blah blah, and I got the feeling that Sean is very cool. He likes to show his collection, everything,
He should be. I think he's pretty proud of his stuff. He should be. He's got some excellent stuff. I mean, that room, he has it set up correctly. He's got the little rooms downstairs where it's a little more fragile, and he's got the stuff upstairs that's made for more people to be around, the video games, which is cool. We get to play all the video games. I'm not a video game guy, but it was fun.
We played Kiss Pinball, the new one and the old one.
Yeah. Was it Space Invaders? I played that. Was that the other game he had?
I think you did. I wasn't really.
It was Asteroids. He had Asteroids.
Yeah. Sometimes he has it so bad he can't even sit down.
Yeah. My dad, same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyway, it was nice that he was able to stop in and talk about it a little bit. And it really was fun. I'm trying to think if there was anyone else that I'm forgetting who may
It
have
was
been.
fun. And Sean's lady, Nay, ended up with the gift I brought, which was a remote control tarantula.
She loved it. And she said it was going to chase the dogs around. They have two small dogs.
Mhm.
And remote control tarantula. And I forgot somebody. The Jason Voorhees bank that I brought was opened by Nick Castle.
Yes.
And I was like, I probably should have stole it from him because I thought he's going to throw this right in the trash.
Yes.
I
That's what I
get the
thought.
feeling. I get the feeling he does not have Michael Myers memorabilia around the house. I asked him, and he said his wife decorates the house, and Sean has told the story in the show many times, but Nick Castle did not want to do conventions. He's a successful director in his own right and writer. He co-wrote Escape from New York and other John Carpenter movies, but he also directed Major Dad, right? And is that what it was called? Major Payne, maybe?
Major
David
Payne.
Wayne?
Major Payne. With Damon. Was it Damon Wayne? Was it a Wayans brother? Damon
Damon
Wayans.
Wayans, and he directed The Last Starfighter, I believe. I think those are his.
That is correct.
Yeah, and so anyway, he's had a great career, and he didn't want to do it. Sean convinced him, hey, what do a convention? And he said, well, I would do it maybe if we talked about one of my other movies, like The Last Starfighter. I think he felt like I was just a guy who wore a mask. Who cares? And he did the convention, and Sean warned him, look, a few people might bring Halloween photos. Well, everyone brought Halloween photos, and he really loved it. And he's beloved at these conventions. We've kissed the ring and paid our respects. It's
Yep.
so cool that the 1978 Michael Myers is you can meet him now. Just don't go to his house as people do. A big Major Payne fan here. Sergeant Bilko as well. Anyway,
He did Sergeant Bilko with Steve Martin.
I don't know. Someone in the comments says it, so it must be true. Let's see here.
Maybe he's just referring that those are two Army sergeant movies.
Yeah. All right. Wednesday, do me a favor. Talk for a second. I'm going to see if I can't drum up one last guest. So
All right.
you chat with the folks, answer questions, kiss
right.
babies. Don't.
I got this.
Yeah.
I'm like the vice president when steps in.
You got it. You're on.
I got this. The Christmas party. Some people are asking, did I eat anything? There was some food laid out. There was some sort of red meat, which I did not eat, even though it looked delicious. I just wasn't ready to eat food at that time. There was a Christmas tree cake. There was two there at the time, and I was spied it instantly. And I went, all right, I need to get that now. Even if I just hold it for a little bit. Maybe I didn't want to eat it right away, but I grabbed it. And then as soon as I had it in my hand, I went, I do want to eat this thing. So I ate it. Ate it right there. Didn't even think about it, just ate it. And then later, Christopher Nelson comes by in the kitchen and he goes reaching for the dish, and he goes, "Oh, where's those Christmas tree cakes?" And I went, "I got one. There was one left." And he just looked so disturbed that it was gone. And I told him that I had traveled down with a little goodie bag of snacks, and I brought an extra Christmas tree. And if he really needed one, I would go out to my car and get it for him. And he seemed very, very happy that I offered that. So that's where we bonded. We bonded over that. And just right before the show, I ate another Christmas tree cake because I did not have lunch today. So I sort of just ate a bunch of sweet stuff today in the name of health. And but the Christmas tree, what was Christmas tree? The Christmas party was cool. It was fun, and I had a good time. The drive there sucked. Anything driving in LA sucks anywhere, but it was worth it.
You had a Christmas tree. How did that go?
Oh, you saw it was right behind me, and I just looked at it one day and I went, you know what? I put the lights on it, set it up. I didn't like it in here. I didn't like it in the living room. I took it out in my man cave. I didn't like it in there.
You didn't like it on a train or a plane or with green
I didn't
eggs?
like it anywhere. And then I was just staring at it, and she came out there, and I said, she goes, "Oh, this where you going to leave it?" And I went, "I don't even know if I like it." And she said, "Well, throw it away." And I went, "Can I?" She goes, "I don't care." So I took it outside, and the trash, the great thing is the trash had just been emptied. So I had my big trash cans outside. I took that Christmas tree, and I didn't have to do it this way, but I slammed it into that trash can as if I hated Christmas. I slammed it, and it felt good. And it felt good to know that she didn't care that I threw it, because she bought it for me.
Yes.
And she didn't take it as a disrespectful thing. She knew that it probably meant more for me to throw something in anger than to actually. So better to give than receive. The whole thing. The Bible says it.
Yeah, I think I would have had Oz talk about that with us, but we didn't have him here long enough. I should point out, and I don't like to reveal too much about our private lives, but after Sean's party, we went for BJ's.
We did. We kind of sort of our thing. After a long day, what's BJ's the way to go?
A lot of people in this industry, rock and roll industry, when you're down in the dumps and there's only one thing to pick you up, BJ. And by the way, Nick Castle brought Sean a bottle of cold gin.
Really?
I don't think that Sean drinks. He said he was going to display it, and I got to tell you, like, I did not want to be the guy at the party who talks to Nick Castle all night because I think he's cool. But he talked to me, and we were in that little room looking at the masks, and he was talking about Kiss, and he loved hearing about me going to see Johnny Mathis. He told a really interesting story that I don't know if it's public information, so I'll be careful, but he might be performing live, like musically, with some
on ice.
on ice, with
On
some
ice.
extremely
Ice-capades.
Michael Myers on ice, with some extremely famous people.
With Extreme. Just say it.
It's going to happen. You're playing with Extreme in Belgium.
Blabbermouth news article tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. Nick Castle and Extreme team up. That's a
you heard it here.
That's a match.
But no, he's going to be. There's some cool stuff. It takes place in October.
So here's a question: What was Jamie Kennedy doing in the kitchen when we looked over and we're like, what is he? What was he doing? It was like he was going to make something, and he started boiling some water, and then he just sort of stopped, and then he just left.
Well, we were sitting at one table, and we were trying not to be segregated, but we all know each other, and we don't see each other that often, so we were talking, and later we intermingled. But Jamie Kennedy comes into the kitchen, and he took out a pot. And he
searched for it. He went through like all the cabinets, and I went, "Oh, maybe he's been here a lot."
And it looked like he knew his way around Sean's house, and
it actually looked like he didn't know his way around because he was looking in every cabinet to find everything.
For a minute, it looked like Angelina would like to know what is BJ's. Angelina, by the way, a very lovely profile. So I'm sure she's familiar with BJ's. Who wouldn't be? Anyway, we use your imagination. But so yeah, he was rummaging through the cabinets. He was looking around. He did get a pot, and he took some bottled water and he added it, and it looked like he was cooking. He's making soup.
I thought that maybe he was boiling the water because he didn't think it was pure enough, and he was going to and I was like, is he going to be crazy about drinking bottled water? And then he just stopped.
He aborted the mission. I mean, maybe, but he didn't look like he was so healthy that he couldn't just drink a regular bottle of water.
I know. But we also had the Shirley Temple 7-Ups that Sean did not like. But
I have them in my house. I'm not crazy about it, but
I wasn't crazy about it, but I did enjoy holding it in my hand.
Well, when you go for BJ's, it sometimes helps.
Sometimes.
Did Jamie Kennedy say, "I'll be right back"? We did reference it several times when he would leave the room, and that Jamie Kennedy knows the rules. He's very nice. He's very funny. Maybe I got his number. Maybe we should call and ask him, what the hell were you doing in the kitchen?
I'm not picking on it. I want to know what he was doing. Like, it was odd.
He looked like he had a plan.
Exactly. I thought he was going to boil some water. I don't know.
Did I forget any other famous people?
I'm scanning the room in my brain right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to as well. I think we named
just a lot of cool people there. But I think you named all the people that people would know on the show by name or something.
It was a good time, and the BJ was enjoyable as well.
I stepped out of my zone. I didn't get the bad food. I didn't get the boneless chicken and fries. I went for something more healthy, and it wasn't good. And so much I wasn't even ready for a Pizookie. It was a very different BJ experience this time.
Yeah, I was surprised no Pizookie, but we were pretty full, and we grazed a little bit at the during the party. But it was fun. I made the most of it. I came out there. First night I went to see Johnny Mathis, who is 89 years old, and it was fun. And then the next day we went to Knott's Merry Farm, which was whatever. And after that, I saved my energy for shopping at the mall and then going to the big Christmas party with you. I think almost everybody showed up. One of the guests showed up 5 minutes before this party. I'm talking about the virtual Christmas party. And I'm going to give him a little longer. I texted, we'll see. But otherwise, I think everyone fulfilled their commitments to the holiday party. And I should.
When is Chris? I don't even know what day. Is it Christmas Wednesday or Tuesday? What day is Christmas? Wednesday?
What day is Christmas? The help is not answering me.
Oh,
Christmas?
I'd get some new help around there if I was you. That is.
He was dead. When is Christmas?
Tell him.
25th.
The 25th. Wednesday needs to know the day of the week. He's preparing.
Yeah. Wednesday. Angie says Wednesday.
Thank you, Angie and Karen.
Look at that. I think you found your new help right there.
Yeah, I didn't.
She knows what day of the week it is, just like that. Just like that.
Yeah, look at everybody. Your day, Wednesday.
It is my day. I have big plans. I'm gonna watch Forensic Files all morning for Christmas.
Do they have Christmas themed episodes?
I hope. I think so. There's a couple of Christmas ones, and that's my plan. I think Christmas Eve I might watch a new movie. I might watch The Substance for the first time, and I might go see Nosferatu, even though I haven't seen Nosferatu 1, but I'm going to go see it on Christmas Day.
You're going to see the sequel, yeah.
The sequel, yes. I don't know what happened in the first one, but I want to watch this one.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's going to be too many unanswered questions. Yes, Christmas is hump day. I'm going out of town yet again tomorrow. I'll be back on Christmas Eve, like Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll be home for a couple days to enjoy the holidays, and then off to Michigan. Some people don't like The Substance. I will tell you, I watched the nude scenes online. And the nude scenes were fantastic. There's a young actress who was in that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood movie. She shows her feet a lot. Can't remember her name. If someone in the comment remembers, you could tell me. It's an interesting name. But she is naked a lot. And then Demi Moore is naked a lot. And, listen, Demi Moore.
Jane.
Yeah. She's an older chick. But she looks good naked in this movie. I enjoyed it. And maybe on New Year's I'll rub one out to that. Dr. Paul Shortino giving
That's
some
your resolution right there. Rubbing it out more.
Some holiday advice. Burr Lives Matters, of course. Very true, Jason. And Margaret Qualley. Thank you. Margaret Qualley is her name. You can Google her. She is hot. And she is fully naked. But she comes out of Demi Moore's back. I don't want to spoil it, but
unspoiled. I don't believe in spoiling.
This is an interesting one. Jason really loves women guys. Not sure what that means.
I think he's saying Jason really loves women guys.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, it should have been guys. Jason really loves women. I do.
Yeah.
All types, all shapes, all sizes.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite Christmas movies? Can be horror and non-horror. Well, Krampus is terrible, but might be funny to watch. Have you seen it?
No. I think that Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds is an excellent Christmas movie. It's another good funny. It's really, really funny. I'm trying to think another good Christmas movie that we don't talk about, but yeah, that's one I see on TV quite a bit. Have you seen that, Just Friends?
Nope.
It's excellent.
I'm thinking about Violent Night. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Did you like it?
It's all right. There's not really any good Christmas horror movies that I really like that I can think of.
Ellen Griswold is in Violent Night, and I
like the name of it.
Rack. Yeah. Yes, Andy McDowell is the mother to Margaret Qualley. That is true. But so, what about the old Silent Night, Deadly Night? I don't remember if it's
I
good.
wasn't a fan of it. I wish it was as good as the poster.
The poster. The
Poster
poster
is
was
excellent.
incredible. The poster
Yeah.
was so amazing, it got banned. New York City was not going to allow that poster. That movie was on the news. You cannot go see it. You can't to show Santa in this light. And now
Yeah.
you're dressed as Santa with an axe.
Yeah. I do it for the kids.
You do it. Black
I
Christmas
do
is another
everything
one.
for the kids.
Black Christmas is not a terrible movie. The new one is bad. The redo is bad. But the original Black Christmas, starring Olivia Hussey, who is hot, and a young Margot Kidder, who was hot, and John Saxon, who wasn't so hard on the eyes. Black Christmas. Have you seen that Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen Black Christmas.
It's a
It's pretty
little
good.
creepy.
That's pretty good.
That movie is directed by the same director of A Christmas Story and Porky's, as crazy as that sounds. But Black Christmas is pretty twisted. I mean, it's a little bit of a psychological thriller, and it's one of those the calls coming from inside the house kind of.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told you the last show we were doing, my door, I leave it cracked open in case my cat wants to come in, and I guess the air conditioner keeps moving it. And somebody said, Wednesday, someone's behind you. And I started getting freaked out. I'm like, what if someone is behind me? That'd be a crazy horror movie. Just doing a show, and all of a sudden, somebody comes from behind and just cuts my head right. Oh, it peels it right back. Just like, I hope that's how I go out. I could only pray.
I did not see Terrifier 3, but
I did. I've seen all the Terrifiers.
Is it a Christmas movie?
It is. There is definitely Christmas themes.
All right. Maybe I'll have to watch that. A lot of people talk about Bad Santa. I didn't watch it, but last night during the big party, I noticed that behind Sean was a big TV that had full frontal nudity. It looked like buttholes and all.
Yeah, Bad Santa's pretty good. You'd like it. It's got enough profanity in it that I approve of it. Like a lot of profanity.
Gremlins, we forget. That's a good.
Gremlins, another good one. We talked about that yesterday.
Yep. Yeah. When Wednesday hears Christmas music, it reminds him of Gremlins.
Yes.
I should point out I am wearing my annual Clark Griswold sweater, and it lights up. It's lighting up now, and it also talks.
Huh?
No, it's not working.
You know, I don't have anything that is colorful at all.
No, you're not really, but you're here. That's all that matters. Spreading holiday joy.
Yeah, I am doing that for sure.
I was never that big a Die Hard fan. I think I'm the only person.
I enjoyed Die Hard. I didn't really care for the second one. I liked the one with Samuel L. Jackson. I thought that one was pretty good. But yeah, I think first one's a good. Some people consider it a Christmas movie. I know Bruce Willis said it's not, but what does he know?
Yeah, unfortunately, he is not qualified to answer anything. Right?
Exactly. Like, what does he know? That's what I said.
250 people have watched.
I mean, wouldn't Lethal Weapon be a Christmas movie too? Didn't they fight in Christmas? Didn't he beat up Anthony Kiedis' father in a Christmas tree lot?
Yeah, you're going deep, but yeah, I think you're right.
True that. Rambo First Blood, someone says here, JJ says this. He shot up that town. He shot up Brian Dennehy's undercarriage.
Yeah.
That was one of the great, even as a kid, I enjoyed that. When he shot him, I'm like, I would feel justice. I was justice for Mario. But Rambo.
Talk Wednesday. You hold the fort down for a minute. I'll be right back. I'm going to try again.
Yeah, First Blood. I remember seeing this at a very early age. I was probably 6, and watched it with my dad. And I remember it was probably around the holidays. And Rambo 2, I saw it in the theater, but around on Christmas Eve, HBO would like show a special movie or whatever. And I remember at 10 o'clock, Christmas Eve, they showed Rambo First Blood Part 2, and I was so excited. It was a big deal. I was jumping up and down the couch. It made me forget about Christmas for just a little bit. That night before, I was always anticipating. I couldn't sleep, waiting for Santa Claus, but I got to watch Rambo. It was excellent to watch him destroy all those people. Watch him blow up that man with a explosive bow and arrow. Watching that man explode on Christmas Eve is one of the greatest memories in my mind. Now that I think about it, watching a human being explode into pieces out of his rage, out of his love, it was heroic to me. It's a great moment. Thank you for reminding me about that.
I could not have put it better myself, Wednesday. Well said. All right. Let me take a look at these. Well, Dana Strum's number one fans put it. Wednesday, how often do you get out of your comfort zone food-wise?
Not too often.
You see it. When he does it, it's usually on
if I do it, I'm reporting on it. Like I am happy to report I had was it French toast? Is that what I said I had?
Yes, that was the newest one you had, French toast.
I saw this guy. See, I'm not really scared of breakfast foods. She says I've had 3 breakfast burritos. I say I've had 5, but she doesn't know.
Well, you might sneak around.
I don't sneak around when it comes to burritos. When it comes to burritos, definitely not. I say 5, she says 3. She's probably right. But I'm not scared of the breakfast food as much. And I saw this guy eating this sandwich, and it was like French toast and some eggs underneath it and more French toast. And she's like, oh, that's Monte Cristo. And I'm like, that guy is the Monte Cristo? And she says, no, what he's eating. And I thought he was a famous painter or something.
Out of Monte Cristo.
Yeah, but apparently this is a sandwich. And now that I've tried the French toast, I'm thinking probably tomorrow I might be trying a Monte Cristo. Can you imagine that? Within 24 hours of this conversation,
the Duke of Spook becomes the Count of Monte Cristo.
I'm the Duke of Breakfast now.
Well, people say that I've heard that you enjoy sweets better, and that's what you're more up to try, sweets.
Yes. I feel like next year at the fair, I'd be much better at trying those things, and definitely not going to get on any rides.
Yes, people are asking for Wednesday to sing a Christmas song. Rather than him sing one, go on the Spotify or go buy one of his records.
Go on Spotify, crank up the first album, Transylvania 90210. I'm not sure what track it is. It's later in the record, Buried by Christmas. Mm-hmm. It's my only Christmas song that I remember. And I wrote that because I think Hanoi Rocks had a song called Dead by Christmas, I believe. And I always thought that looked weird when I had it wrote out. I was like, I need a Dead by Christmas or something. So I wrote Buried by Christmas. And I just wrote it as, basically a letter to Santa Claus, just being kind of rude. Tell him I want a bucket of chicken and a black casket with velvet interior.
Sasuke would like to offer you yen to sing Christmas songs, but
yen, like the currency.
Yeah, I think that's pictures of fish on it. I think. I don't know.
I don't know that I could use yen right now, but when I go to Japan, I'll yen it up.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that the bad guy in Missing in Action from the Colonel Chuck Norris stuff, when he was Colonel Jim Braddock, the bad guy, the Murdoch, if you will, was Colonel Yin, and Chuck Norris would yell Yin a lot in this movie. And as a kid, I used to run through the woods behind my house, and I would just yell Yin just by myself. Can you imagine that? And this is how I turned out. Yelling for a Vietnamese man in the back of North Carolina's wooded area.
It says a lot about what you became.
Yeah, and I also used to try to make the Beastmaster hawk sound like
I
that.
might
And
try that too.
I
Yeah.
tried to communicate with animals more than once.
People want to hear more Murder Doll stories. Wednesday's here every Wednesday. So this is Christmas.
am.
You want to hear Murder Doll's stories, he's happy to tell them, but just hang out to Dead by Christmas is the last track on Self-Destruction Blues album by
This is correct. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Mm-hmm. The shipping department approves. Wednesday, off topic.
Mm-hmm.
But are you or were you ever friends with Bam Margera? I feel like I've seen video footage or pictures of you two together.
You know what's crazy is no. I don't think I've been in the same room with him half a dozen times. He's always been drunker than me when I've usually been anywhere when I've seen him. And it's crazy because all the bands he was affiliated with, we were toured with 69 Eyes, Veins of Jenna, the Hanoi Rocks connection with him and Andy McCoy. Like, all it's just bizarre. He liked all the bands we toured with, but he never really acted like he cared for us. Not that that matters or anything, but he never ever came up to talk to us. But no, I don't really have any stories other than we played a couple of places. I think he owned one of the places we played in Pennsylvania, maybe.
Yes. Okay. Will you tell us the mystery guest that showed early if they don't come back? Yeah, I probably would reveal it.
It was Little Debbie.
It was Little Debbie. I would probably reveal it. I'm still holding out. I've texted them, but I mean, the person is kind of interesting. But regardless, I mean, I'm going to wrap this up in just a minute. And it's been a fun Christmas show, the 4th annual. It's been fun to see so many old faces, new faces. For those of you who are watching, and maybe you don't know Wednesday 13, maybe it's the first time you've ever seen Wednesday 13. I don't know where you could have been, but go check out his music. It's available wherever fine records are sold. Sam Goody, Nobody Beats the Wiz, Crazy Eddie.
New music coming April, very soon.
New music is on
new
the
album
way.
April. You'll hear new music before then. It's getting closer.
Thomas, thank you for watching. 2:32 a.m. where you are. Karen, thank you so much. Jason, do you have a band? I had a band called Sin City Rejects. That music's available. Spotify, maybe. We'll wait for Miguel. I think Miguel might have, the trains might be delayed. Will you deliver my Christmas presents? Well, maybe, Holly. Where do you live? Wednesday, maybe I'll slide down your tree, your chimney.
I'm on that Amazon strike. I can't deliver anything. Sorry.
Sorry, you hit it the wrong
time.
But check out official Wednesday13.com. Don't accept any unofficial Wednesday 13s.
Don't accept imitations. There are imitations. I don't know why. I was just talking to one of my fan friends today, and she sent me a screenshot of someone talking as me, and I'm like, it happens all the time. I don't understand. I find that there could be some far more famous, interesting people than dealing with some guy like me. I don't know, but it happens. It does happen.
Yeah. Do you think Stephen would sign things? Sorry, wrong question. For charity? Yeah. Yes. We do a lot of charity things from time to time.
The dancer?
Huh?
The dancer charity?
Yeah, maybe that's possible too.
Yeah, I sign everything for charity, and she's a stripper in Arizona.
Yes. Anyway, officialwednesday13.com. Check it out. Wednesday is Christmas, so we probably won't have a show, but the following Wednesday, not that I'm doing anything more important, but the following Wednesday, you tune in and you'll catch up with us and you'll enjoy it. There's all kinds of fun that happens on this show. Go get yourself some merchandise. Wednesday, thank you so much. I'm going to stay on and say goodbye to everybody and give a very heartfelt Christmas greeting, and then we'll catch up over BJ's.
Yes, next time.
Merry Christmas Wednesday.
Merry Christmas.
All right, so that was Wednesday 13, and again, you can catch him on the show on just about every Wednesday. As I said, that we had a guest who showed up early, didn't quite understand how it worked. It would have been fantastic to see such a guest, but it wasn't meant to be. Anyway, if you want to get my balls, if you want to get your hands on my balls, this is your last chance. I don't think we've had any orders during the show, but I know, oh, we had one. Well, should I sign that ball? All right, well, I'm going to sign a ball. Who knew? Right here. Anyway, this is, they're 20% off if you use the code Christmas. And so, and also the t-shirts, by the way. I don't have one near me. They're all off in the shipping department, the t-shirts. But I'm going to sign this ball, and hopefully this will make somebody's Christmas. I mean, getting your hands all over my balls, I could just sign this one. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Sign it? Okay. Oh, sorry. We're going to meet the shipping department in just a little bit. And let's look back on the show and thank everyone who's been here. Oz Fox of Stryper. The return of Johnny Monaco. A lot of people were happy to see him. Am I just signing it? Okay. Return of Johnny Monaco. Wednesday 13, Sean Clark. Craig Gass, he's been interviewed on the show before, but it was nice to see him come by live and do a few impressions for us. He'll be back. Craig's a part of the show. So 20% off on signed balls. You want to get your hands on these. They're going to be collector's items. This one is on its way to you. I wouldn't expect it by Christmas, but you've got a discount. Hold on. I'd like to lower that camera just a tad. And this is an official Waste Some Time with Jason Green t-shirt. I'm not trying to, can you take that? I'm not trying to turn this into a Christmas swap meet, but there you go. And I can sign that for you too. Lorraine is in the chat. She got her signed Waste Some Time shirt just in time for the holidays. So anyway, I can do that for you too. But we are wrapping up. If you want to do it, the link is in the description of this video. I gave my friend Kevin his Christmas ball for Minneapolis 11. Thank you, Jason, for offering your balls for my friend. Thank you, the classically deceased. Happy to put my balls in your friend's hand, and glad he enjoyed it. I do remember signing that one. My balls are so red this time of year, but occasionally they can be. Next year they might be blue. Actually, I'm going to let you in on a secret. Each year we're going to release a different color balls, and a little different design too. I don't want to just. But the point is, if you don't have the first one, you're going to be so missing out when you get to the second one or the third one or the fourth one. My balls are the gift that keeps on giving the whole year round. So, or t-shirts or CDs. I got 2 CDs that I produced of Christmas music featuring lots of famous rock stars. Go to the store right now and check it out for yourself. And what the hell's all that? I wanted to give you guys the link. What's that? Okay, we have a shirt that I'm supposed to sign, and I'm going to sign it. That's nice. Hold on one second. Just hold it right there. I'm trying to do a lot of things. Boy, it would be nice if that guest showed up. Here's the link to get the merch, by the way, if you want it. And I really was just going to do this for 1 second. I wasn't going to keep going, but if people want it, I'll do it. And again, 20% off if you use the code Christmas. Just sign this. I need that white marker, which is in that thing over there. Sorry, shipping department. I'm trying to make sure they understand. No, there. And Merry Christmas. Is that Clark Griswold behind me? Yeah, it's amazing how patient he is, just standing back there by the tree, holding the gifts. And oh, Karen just ordered a ball. Nice, Karen. Thank you so much. Let me know if I'm signing that to you or, oh, please sign. Okay. I'm going to wait for the It's funny you say this. Michelle and I have matching shirts. I'm the cold miser. She's the heat miser. But I don't know. I've been out of New York for so long that I don't. No, it's hold on. I don't know how to. Just everyone, just talk amongst yourselves. Too bad Wednesday's not here. To do this. I see it. I see it. I found it. I found it. I have this nice pen for signing T-shirts, and I couldn't find it, but I have it. The shipping department, will you come and help me? By the way, if you have not met Michelle, Michelle is right here. Can the people see you? Okay. Well, they want no on the camera. They would like to see you and say hello. And look who is here. She is beautiful. She is intelligent. She is a lawyer, and she's great at handling balls and T-shirts. Let's make sure we got this right. It's hard to see on that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there we go. It looks all right. Now, hold on, folks. I didn't mean to turn this into an infomercial, but I'm happy to contribute to the holidays. 24, you think? Yeah. I don't know if people like when you write the year on things. Well, there it is. This is on its way to you. I don't know who. You know who? Well, you're going to get this. That's not a threat. And a lot of people say Merry Christmas to you.
Amy, I think.
Okay. This is Karen's?
Should be, yeah.
Did Karen say what I'm supposed to do?
Sign it.
No, I know, but do I sign it to? I mean, I don't mind just signing it. Karen, if you want your name on it, let me know. If not, I don't mind just signing it. Nice, 8 feet tall. That's not bad. This is definitely the biggest tree I've ever had. Huh?
Just says please.
Just sign. Okay, I'm on it. No, she said sign it to me right here. And that's what I'm going to do for Karen. Okay, thank you, Karen. And I'll get that ready for you. How's the show been for you? Have you enjoyed it?
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite part of the show?
The impressions. We got another set of the good impressions.
The impressions were pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Johnny was quiet. I think Johnny is better when it's me and him one-on-one. I think there was a lot going on. But he looked good, though, right? He looked healthy.
Yeah, he looked good.
And that, I'm showing the part with nothing on it. Karen, there you are. Love from me and my balls. And I was going to try to get Johnny to play a little, but there was a lot going on. It was nice of him to come by. Anyway, if there's anybody else, yes, she is very pretty, and they enjoy her candy cane lane nails.
Oh, yes.
And Michelle should be a model. Yeah, she's modeling right now. She's modeling my balls and T-shirts.
And Mickey Christmas ears.
And Mickey Christmas ears that we got in Disney World. Johnny didn't seem too thrilled with Wednesday. I don't think it was that. Johnny likes everybody, but it's a different thing. Johnny doesn't really know him, and so it's hard to relate. I will say that behind me, right there, is normally monsters and a lot of toys that people send me. Right now, it is all my Christmas collection. It's a lot. I have more than that. We're going to actually be decorating more tonight. And there's Clark Griswold and our 9-foot tree. And is my sweater lighting up? Oh, look at all these nice people. Hold on.
Oh, see, here we go. Chris appreciates me.
Okay, well, hold on. It's not all about you all of a sudden.
That one is.
Merry Xmas to all, and thank you for what you do, Jason. Will you guys be at NAMM next month again? It's thank you, Eric. It's the plan. We have a show somewhere in between, but it is the plan. And thank you, Matthew, for being a member for 1 month. I should, and yes, people live for Michelle's eye rolls. You should live with Michelle. You would see more eye rolls than you could imagine. What I was going to say, when you get older and you start to forget things, you say what I was going to say, and then you pray that it comes back. But I can't remember. Lorraine also enjoys your eye rolls. You'll be getting to see a lot more of that. Well, everybody. Jeez. And yes, a happy Kwanzaa to those who celebrate. Oh, that's not it. That one. Was there anything else I was supposed to sign? Last chance. I appreciate you guys. I didn't really mean to turn this into a signing, but if you guys want something, I'm happy to do that. I thank you all for spending parts of your lives with me here every Christmas. I've tried to include my family and friends in this as much as possible. I was thankful my mother should point out kicking off the show. Karen saying, come to the conclusion that everyone likes Michelle's eye rolls. Merry Christmas to us.
He wakes up earlier than me, but that's not hard.
That's true. Yes, I always get the gifts. And hi, Amy. Dana Strum's #1 supporter. I wish Dana happy birthday today. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Okay, I'm trying to read everything. Oh, I was going to say, if you're a Dr. Paul claiming he is Amy, would the real Amy please stand up? Anyway, so what I was going to say is, if you're a fan of the tour diaries and you'd like to see more of them, right now it's for members only. It costs $5.99 a month to join, which is not too bad, and you'll get to watch all the tour diaries. I'm hoping in the next couple months that we can bring it back to free, but there's some copyright issues and other things that I'm working out to make sure we do it proper. But there are 2 tour diaries that have never been seen before, except for channel members, and the channel members who are watching them seem to really enjoy them. And Chris says this is his favorite show. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Love the tour diaries. The mystery guest didn't show up. Jason says it was well worth the money. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I make more money if it had ads. So you're getting to watch it without ads. Yes, Merry Christmas and all of those things, and a Happy New Year. I'll probably be back on here before New Year's. I think I will. You never know when I'm going to pop on. I do have some shows to end the year. And that's it. Remember the code. Christmas. It's pretty easy to spell. You can't have You can't have Christmas without miss, M-A-S, or mas. Anyway, 20% off when you use. Would you be alerted if we had sold something? If someone would buy something, we would see it alert us. That would be exciting. Would you like jump in the air?
Maybe.
All right. Anyway, that's sort of the last chance, but I'll sit here with my pen in hand. But honestly, I guess Miguel never made it back to the Bronx. I hope he's okay. We waited for him. Anyway, I can't reveal the mystery guest. Maybe on another show. But it was good. And they came on and then they left. I should have just kept them there. The person's not the most credible sometimes. And yes, we should probably pray for Miguel. It's a shame that on Christmas he. And what about Sean Clark? He's so in with the celebrities. He was at Fieldy's party. Thankfully, he took minutes away from his schedule of rock star holiday parties. I bet you Fieldy had tamales. I would think, he's a Hispanic American, and tamales are big around Christmas. If you didn't know that. Anyway, did you have a good year?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like you should have more of that, and I should be more over here. And I feel like we should show people the Christmas tree, but the house is such a mess. We're never home, so yeah. I mean, I could probably go like this, maybe. For those who didn't believe that the Christmas tree is 9 feet, Chevy Chase right there is over 6 feet, and I'm over 6'1". I'm gonna do a video where I show all the ornaments because we've collected. The guest was not Stephen Piercy, although he wouldn't surprise me if he didn't show up either. But it's not him. Anyway, yes, tall tree. Where is the tree topper? We don't have one. It broke through the ceiling. I considered a tree topper, but I did not.
We don't have one because we can't reach it.
We didn't like the tree topper that we had. In fact, the tree topper that we had. Oh, what happened? Son of a bitch. All right, everybody just hang tight. Order something. I'm going to be back in 2 seconds, but I'm going to have to restart this. This is a nightmare. Hold on. I'm going to put up a background and some music. I've never done this, but I think I can figure it out. It's called Purple Rain. And how about, what do you think they would like to hear? Some rock?
Sure.
Probably terrible. I think they would like to acoustic guitar. Everybody hang tight. Beautiful. For those of you who stayed around and listened to that. It's a beautiful song. I mean, I probably should have just ended. So, but I didn't really feel like saying goodbye. Michelle is still here. Anyway, let me see what I missed. Yeah, I said, wouldn't it be great if the mystery guest appeared when I was away? Is the shtick? Good question. No, every few hours the stupid thing goes out, and I really hung in here as long as I could. 200 people still watching. It's 2.5 hours. Anyway, anything going on? Well, I would like to thank you for watching all these years, all your support, all your super chats, all of your, where's my hat? All the, everything that you have given us over the years, and we've been through thick and thin. And so, from the bottom of my heart and Michelle's heart, we wish you the merriest.
Mhm.
Yeah, we wish you a very Merry Christmas, and hope that you'll tune in again. A lot of new stuff next year, a lot of new programming, a lot of new guests, and it looks like it's going to be another year of touring. I didn't think that was going to happen. There's some major announcements that are coming in that front. Not for me to reveal, but some big news in that other world that I work in. And anyway, again, I thank you. Wish you Merry Christmas. If you want to buy merchandise, it's 20% off until midnight with the code Christmas. And I will be back soon. Follow me on Instagram, JSIN_green. I don't say that just because I'm trying to get followers. I don't really care about that. It's because there's a lot of content that I put up there and alerts to when I do things. All right. So thank you. And again, Merry Christmas. And I hope everybody sincerely has a happy holiday season. I know it's rough for some people. Hang in there, make the best of it. Christmas, some of us at my age, we have less ahead of us than we have behind us. Make every year count. If you're one of those people who hates Christmas or has hard memories, do your best to do something positive. Look on the bright side of things. Thank God it's them instead of you. And again, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year, which, Jesus, I'm trying to give you guys this is like Wayne's World. Merry Christmas. Good night.